then I would say like Apple would have to add 1,000 features.
Mm.
But you know what I mean? There are 1,000 features behind. That's
Yeah.
like
the
it's a long.
other
Not
companies.
exaggerating. Well, I don't know. I don't use Premiere. I never will, unless there's some kind of.
Premiere was, I don't know, okay at best, but rendering.
Yeah, I've been too harmed by Adobe to ever have any interest in going back. It's like I made lots of money in my life off Adobe products, that's for sure. Don't worry. But like but also I'm a bit just over it. It's a bit. Really, when you think about the monthly price and what you get, it's actually great value. Like I couldn't even bag them out, but like.
No, I mean,
But it's a lot of
product,
money.
but yeah,
Oh, it's a
if
lot
you're
of money.
making that money, then
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
but it's just I've never found it fast. It's slow and it's annoying. I use stuff that's so much faster than it now. I think not just in video editing, like graphics editing or whatever as well. Yeah. I skipped the only thing the only thing I miss, and I thought about it even yesterday, is Adobe Acrobat Pro. Like having Acrobat Pro
that
and being able
ability to be able to just suck up websites. That was
sure, and make really powerful form systems and like Acrobat is amazing. And
what's that, Mr. Bird?
Yeah, that's the only thing I really miss. Yeah, but DaVinci is that far ahead, and yeah, I think and I think you can really see how it's like even like the multi-track. People were saying that it was bad at it. I read, but now that I'm in there,
you're gonna have people who are bitching.
It must have been an earlier version because the thing's got 2,000 tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
It does like 25.2 like surround sound for friggin' cinemas. Like
ridiculous. Yeah. So the output can be
Fear not the the multi-track abilities of DaVinci. They're like very robust. And yeah, we do not. Well, yeah. I don't mean production values we want to add. We've got to be careful. We've got to stay cheap. So yeah, thanks, man. Like the cloud thing. So there's ways. So
no,
what
I thought you'd appreciate it because I've been playing with it now, and I'm just like, yeah, no, this definitely. I could see, things that you were looking for, but didn't have the.
Yeah, look, it does. At the moment, the things that it does that wasn't happening, I guess, is the non-generational output, and just heaps faster. Like the amount of time for me to load a project from RECUT and then select a track and compound clip that and then pan the sound and get it ready basically for marking. I can do that with like more stably and heaps quicker. So, and then the scrubbing, like it was so good, I could see myself wanting to buy a little jog for it.
Jog bit, yeah.
Like an actual hardware jog shuttle. Because it would really work well with that. Like you could see how you just sit there, like it just really works like that. And if it had that kind of analog where you were able to just sit there, like listening to a bit of it, and then you just speed it back up again, hit it, just starts playing, stop it, just mark it, like that. Yeah, that would be. That would be, yeah, that'd be sweet ass. Their one's like
pretty damn good.
Yeah, Black Magic's pretty good at that, getting you to want the hardware. That's for sure.
Stray dishes stack. Bah, bah.
Yeah, they got a little editor thing, like a one, but what
Like
was it? It
for
was
free
still...
for the moment. I mean, it's more than adequate.
Oh well, more
Yeah.
than...
And with bonus. And with added bonus.
That's it, transport control 2 for 1632. Click 30 seconds forward. Mark in, mark out. Like it's such a... They're so good.
The hard way.
Anyway.
I'm just eating. It's better. Beverage now.
Oh yes, I still have mine from earlier. I have Brick Lane.
Religion, and then we're away, I think. Just getting that.
Brick Lane, Wild Sky, Zero Carb, Pale Ale.
Ooh, carbs. Lost Harvest. These snaps.
Oh yeah, they're good. You like them.
Crunchy, they're sort of crispy. Crunchy, crispy.
Oh, that sounds good. Ah. Yeah.
Family all good?
Or just family.
Grind.
Well, yeah, I think yeah, they're fine. Look, they're fine. Like could minuscule them with a little bit of me, but I don't know. I had a really good conversation with the with the mother of my children
Birthing
today.
person.
Well, just fucking do more than birthing, man. Just do way more than birthing.
Birthing and child raising. Child raising
Yeah,
person.
I'd happily do more. I know one that's not desired by anybody. So I said as much today. She was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Well, what? You're a better deal. It's not. It's not unreasonable."
Yes, the old got me to the airport.
Was there an outcome to that, or just that was the outcome?
I just texted her back. Never got any other back. As soon as I texted her back, she rang here, wanting to speak to Nathan. Cars. That conversation.
Rang. Well, yeah, well. I thought you fixed his car up.
Well, we had it running. Got to get another battery.
He's in that part of his life.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a mode. You don't have to live in that place, but anyway, it's a thing.
Get some.
Fuck. So he's got to get a battery so he can get the car go, so he can drive down the road to get some mower blades to mow the grass. Is that right?
No, borrowed my car. Pick up the
Oh,
battery.
did he? Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. There you go. Sobering.
You done?
Uh,
All right, I'm just ready to crack my
I've cracked a beverage.
cracked beverage.
Yep.
Cracking.
Yeah.
To pop.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, I know what I'll be doing.
So,
Buying one on freaking
eating
eBay.
babies.
I'll be buying one of these speed edited like units on eBay. I reckon. I mean, not all the prices make sense, but you're like, what? $1,200, 650. Serious? But yeah, 300, 200, 350 is like more like the price I can get one on there. 320.
Up. Podcast.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Entertainment. I was gonna upgrade it, like the title on my previous one says "Talk is cheap," because it's the end of this season. Changing "Talk is cheaper."
Well,
And then
that's
it'll
not
get
very far.
cheapest of all, and then it'll be then "Talk is no cost."
No.
No cost at all. Asterisks.
That's not how
Terms
brands
and
don't work well
conditions
that way. I
apply.
just think that's not
Yeah.
it's not a good brand. But yeah, you can subtitle that. You can have subtitle each season, so you can have Real Talk is Cheap, cheaper edition.
Totally
The
cheaper.
cheapest season. Cheapest
We'll
season
keep it as Real
ever.
Talk is cheaper than description.
And then subtitle.
Yeah.
Subtitle them as like
Cheaper
seasons. I can't keep changing the channel name, for example. That won't work.
Gotcha.
You can't. But yeah, I think that I'd like to actually move to Twitch for season 3, 4, or like either that or complete a year on YouTube. But I don't think so.
Do a
I
year
think
on
just
YouTube and then
no, I don't think
switch
there's any
over to
point.
Twitch now.
Well, people find us on YouTube. It's just the amount of people using it as a streaming platform,
Yeah.
except for like things that they particularly know of. It's not common. No, I'm not. I don't like if live streams come up lots when I'm searching for, it's not like the main thing that I see. I'm sure they're out there. There's plenty, but there's more interest probably on YouTube than there is on Twitch. But at least on on Twitch, I think, will get people walk drive by. So it's worth. DaVinci Resolve 15 editing software, $415. $450. Why would you? This is on eBay. Free local pickup.
Cast. So
why would you want to pay? Is this person for real? Activation. They are for real. They're just terrible. How many stars have they got? 100% positive feedback. They're selling a license key. Like, they're a reseller. They're a reseller, and they just like. I think if I was a reseller, I'd have a better name than Dimes Rav 3. Whoops up. There it is.
He has the con. Sing.
Oh, why can't we use? Why do we have? Why don't we use Google Meet so I can see the freaking video? Why? It's a little
excellent connection.
Just not.
Connect.
Excellent.
How's your week been? Other than like hooked right into the special. You've become friends with DaVinci.
Yeah, look, I've made the jump. I've look, I put myself through the ringer. I deleted all my video. I have had no video editing software for a month and a half, maybe 2 months, something like that. It's been a bit, yeah, at least. So, which means I haven't edited any of season 2, but well, I've just started now. But I just couldn't do what I was doing, and I wasn't happy. And then I tried installing DaVinci, and I just couldn't. Like, I just looked at it and I was confused. As I said, like the buttons along the bottom, I just didn't understand. The concept of the different panels to do different things was just weird to me, and it just looked like half the software was not working, as opposed to understanding this. So yeah, I put myself back to doing. I couldn't reinstall. I just couldn't bring myself to reinstall Final Cut. So I just sat there with nothing, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just got to make the jump. I've got to do this." And so I just installed DaVinci, and then just started reading the manual. I don't know, and super simple. Just read the manual. There is a certification process which I'll do, but right now I just need to get on board and get going. And so I've done that.
Using his
I've really
best.
finished editing the first one.
Experience is the.
It's way fast. Yeah, Final Cut's abandonware. That's my guess. And DaVinci is like, it just smokes it. Just
happiness on a stick.
It's super simple, like
just happiness on a stick. Talking about happiness on a stick and heads on a stick.
Oh, this week has been this been some crazy weird shit, man. I've had voting.
You know, voting for the best mustache.
You did vote for the best mustache?
Mustache. Vote for the right head, the eyebrows. Well trimmed eyebrows. Well trimmed eyebrows are
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting. Like, if you're just actually emailing candidates and male candidates asking if they'd had like their um
Penis
you know,
split.
penis split.
That's
Thought
right.
that was important. You
Come
know,
up to the status of being an
so if they were a
actual
real
man
man,
rather than a boy.
actual man. Yep. And then women like had to have been pregnant and
Mm.
like and done child raising. That's the
Prerequisite for the
minimum requirements for adulthood.
mm.
Criteria to assign. Like, what criteria would you assign to people who want to lead you? So it's not like you want them to lead you. It's their game. Like, they're wanting, and they need to be validated by your votes so that they
Yeah, of course.
feel like they've been given
Otherwise, they wouldn't take the place of
rights to piss on you. It'd be
yeah.
you gave them
Heads on sticks. You
you gave them permission. This community has given me permission to piss on it.
Really like
in
your
that case.
eyebrows. Please go ahead and piss on us.
Yeah. So for you, yeah, eyebrows, quality of eyebrow.
Yep.
It's a valid. I think it is valid. Yeah, mustache I think is interesting, but mustache is like, come and go.
No
It's often a
curlies,
criminal.
no curlies. But yeah, them caterpillar eyebrows, man. We don't
Those
need them.
caterpillar eyebrows. No,
Keep them
if you
out
can't
of
cut your
Parliament.
eyebrows, how are you going to manage
Keep
a
the
budget?
caterpillars out of Parliament.
They can't manage eyebrows.
How can they
Let them
manage a
manage
country?
yeah.
I'm with you. Totally with you.
See,
I
that's
get
what it's
that.
about. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Eyebrows are
all over the place.
Party
Ear
time.
hairs hanging
Party
out.
time means they're not getting anything done.
That's
Too busy partying and not getting shit done.
yeah.
That's what those crazy eyebrows are. Caterpillar eyebrows.
They're the party brow.
Mm.
Just look at that. You just can tell.
Mm. Man, you and I had some fun generating those. That propaganda this afternoon. Good. Should change up. Give the bit.
Those dogs are going mental.
Yeah.
Not sure about.
Uh-oh. I'd be frightened if I saw some.
Well,
What do I do?
I've seen a few eyebrows. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, do we have? I deal with my eyebrows. I deal with my eyebrows on a regular basis. I make sure that they're trimmed.
Take care. Keep
Do
style.
you trim yours?
Keep stubborn. Oh, I pluck the orange and grey ones.
Wow. You don't have long ones.
No, I never suffer from the super longies. I had the hairy caterpillar syndrome. Thankfully,
Yeah, I got a
I've
few.
always stayed sort of pretty doing too crazy.
Whew. So I'm trialing something tonight. So last week I bought for Cheep. I bought one tall Han Super Dry.
Oh, special.
I didn't drink it all.
Right.
So I just left it in my cupboard.
Okay.
With the lid on.
Of course.
And so I just rolled out the remainders, and I'm still just tipping in half of it.
Into extra brew.
Into my can of beer, and so that I've got like
with spit.
Yeah.
Add spit.
Probably. I mean, and then when I have the other can of beer
and
I drink that, then I'll put the other half in, and just see what week-old beer is instead of 2-day-old. week-long
extra
beer
fermenting.
stuff. Yeah.
We've got some more yeast.
I don't think that it loses its alcohol.
Doesn't dissipate.
And how is the election
Not.
going? How is your how is
No
the
idea.
outcome?
Don't really like. Once I've done the voting, I just wait until the memes come out.
That tells you what's happened.
Yeah.
Would there even be memes for that level of government? Maybe you'll never know.
Possibly, but probably internal more than anything.
There'll be an internal meme.
Internal politics, business politics.
Some scandal will come
Scandal.
out. Scandal. Then you'll hear about the scandal and you'll learn about the people through the scandal.
Be interested then. Even like everybody else, just making mistakes.
Well, mistake. I miss.
Staking mist.
They took
Putting a stake into
taking.
mist.
That's it. Watch this. Watch me turn this steak into mist.
Watch me turn this. Put it in this little, hypersonic meat grinder. Yeah, that's it. It comes out in like a little. You got to breathe. It comes. It actually mystifies it into a highly sealed bag, and then get the whole steak as mist. You sort of
Vapor, just
breathe it in, and the steak then turns up in your blood system after breathing it.
Wow, the flavor, because flavor is smell, being able to inhale an entire steak into your lungs, that would be the most flavor rich experience you could get, surely. It would be like the most flavor, like just snorting, just putting that up to your nose and just there's a whole steak in my lungs.
Steak in your lungs, but it's not, because it goes. It's so highly vaporized that it enters like oxygen. The food is actually connected to oxygen, so when the red blood cells grab the oxygen, there's like vaporized food attached to it, vaporized steak attached to the oxygen molecule.
It just piggybacks
Mm.
with the steak, a molecule of steak for each molecule of oxygen. It's atomized.
Makes it into the bloodstream, and then once it's in the bloodstream, it knows it's in the bloodstream, then separates so that it can be then broken down and absorbed. It's purest form of steak,
Guys, the undigested juices.
Vaporized steak.
Direct.
Who needs to digest food? Maybe you just breathe it in.
Just breathe it in.
Get a whole steak in one hit.
Breath air in.
It's like insta steak, the insta protein hit, and you just feel like you
no
want to,
nutrient waste.
You want to push walls down and go Hulk. Like instantly, your face turns green, and then you start expanding again. Your clothes rip off, and
steak.
I am woman. It depends on who eats it.
Yeah.
The vote.
Well, yeah, no, I think.
Pardon me. Getting the old vape. I prefer that for my
vape.
The vapenings. As you can see, Si, I've got my shark teeth in now. Upgraded the character to have.
Oh, I haven't. I can't see
permanent shark teeth with vampire teeth, so it's all right. If you've got the other screen open, you'll see when I'm talking. I've got like the pointy anointy 90s.
I will try. Oh, hang on.
It's all in the Cannibal Haitians conspiracy which is going around at the moment. So there's Haitian cannibals secretly sneaking into America.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Hang on.
Yeah, because of what's going on in Haiti at the moment.
What
They're all migrating across to America.
Haitian cannibals?
Haitian
Did you
cannibals.
say
Yeah.
are migrating?
Street barbecue Haitian cannibals. That sell human meat on the street.
Yeah. Okay. So sort of almost like District 9 style.
Long pig, other white meat, mate.
Just
don't forget your shark teeth.
Chopping that up, District 9 style.
Oh, of course.
Carving up,
shark
eating
teeth.
that shit. So they and how are they migrating? Like, are they migrating?
Well, this is what I'm yet to find out. But yeah, that is the conspiracy that is being dropped at the moment. I mean, it's quite funny. It's quite funny because you and I were only just not, in a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about cannibalism and this whole, this other white meat that's going to waste.
Oh, cannibalism. Well, it isn't. All right, I would, as I think.
I mean, it always goes back to nature.
Our first live episode.
So it's never truly a waste, but
season 1. When we talked, I still vouch that right now there is someone being eaten.
Of course, I have no doubt in that, Si. That is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fear not the consumption of humans.
No, I don't fear it. I'm just like, yeah.
It's not.
When the time is to take up the knife and fork, you got to know who your friends are, don't you? That's it.
Well, you got to know who your enemies are.
Keep them closer so they don't eat you.
Well, so they're
keep them under your armpit.
You keep them in the pit. That's right.
Under the armed pit.
Just flush them. Just wash it out. Just wash the shit out every now and then. Just hose them down.
What's the lotion on the skin?
What do you think the most survival food?
Yeah.
Do you think would be the one? Do you think
well, you and I have discussed the meat value, and kangaroo is in Australia is the clear winner.
But if you had a pit with 5 humans in it, would you throw them boxes of Wheat Bix? What would you convert into meat?
Oh, okay, yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Make them luxurious.
Tofu hamburgers. They'd fatten them up nicely.
So you just feed them
tofu ham in a little bucket.
Yeah, lots of soy, little buckets
and extra greasy chicken McNuggets.
You'd waste chickens on them?
Chicken McNuggets. It's a chicken McNuggets, not chicken. Come on.
Okay. Which is basically.
That's like saying Big Rooster or Red Rooster. Fucking chicken dicks are chicken. They're not chicken. They're a squirty amalgamation of everything that was left. That's been painted white.
They were the.
Yeah.
You know what they went through,
Beaks, was it Beaks, Bones, and
you know what they went through.
Offal, yeah. Vitamized and then dyed white. Yum. Give it me now. So yeah, episode 13, season 13, last episode for this season.
313, 313.
313, bud. Is there some numbers going on or what? I don't know.
Could be a numbers game.
Numbers.
This is where we're going to have 2 people in chat
whole numbers game.
Break all records. Things are going to double, and we're going to have 2 people in chat that aren't us at the same time. They might even say hello to each other. How about that? We don't know. It's too much to ask.
Well, I definitely think next round, next season, we need to get the third. It needs to be the third. So if you want to talk to friends, or I'll talk to whoever, see if I can get to come in as
I mean, that's not gonna.
it doesn't have to
So you
be
want?
every episode. It could be like
No,
you know,
no. If they
once.
want to come on board,
Depends, I guess.
there we go. So
People of interest maybe can dial in. I
people
mean,
of
if they're not
interest.
doing anything on a Saturday night between
Yeah, I mean,
what, you
people
know,
of interest are all sorts of things.
yeah.
One my flatmate, one of my
Mm.
flatmate, one of my
We could
house
just do
partners is
random fucking get up because I've set it up now so I can
what's
do
his
the.
tag? I can't
I'll show you.
remember his tag right now.
I'll minimize. Doesn't recap. Yeah,
Grism or
I've got
something.
it so that I
Grism,
can
I
put
can't
my,
remember. But
you know, like my
yeah, I've got
main
a few
screen. I
people who
can
are
have
keen.
like
3 or 4.
long screened things come up now. Got all the screens set up so they can be dialed in, dialed out. Good.
So yeah, I think yeah, I'd like to go into Twitch.
Twitch mode. Get twitchy.
I think yeah, I reckon a season of Twitch. I reckon yeah, no,
All right.
seriously,
I'm gonna
YouTube's
have to
not
install the app and figure out how
the
to
app.
do the setup so I can do. We'll do what we might. I'll just do the recording and then I'll
Can't
re-edit.
be
I can
no,
just
can't,
re-edit.
what? But on Twitch, we just
Add an extra
upload.
source.
We just in OBS, you just choose Twitch instead of YouTube, and that's it.
Okay. Fair enough. And then just have the Twitch account.
Yeah,
Should we create a Real Talk is Cheap Twitch, I guess?
yeah.
Because it is a combo thing. You know, we do it that way. Because all we'd really have on there would be our lives and the shorts. Upload them. But I gotta say, it's been some good therapy. Just chatting to you, you know? Had some funny moments and moments where you were, you know, pretty much oblivious because you were super sleepy modes.
Oh, it probably happened tonight.
Mm.
What it means
You
being a
know,
narcoleptic.
half-conscious conversations.
Yeah, you could do that with me
Delirium.
this afternoon at 4
Yeah.
o'clock.
Delirium conversations.
Yeah. 1 o'clock in the park on Thursday. I was delirious and passing out.
Having a special sigh moment.
Well, I just like was my brain was trying to stay conscious, like with the
sleep needed. Sleep
no,
needed.
no, just narcoleptic, man. Just like
Oh, I know. Just had
information.
enough. Had enough time. Maybe. Because you know you do think a lot, Si. Like I
don't. Oh
believe
no,
I
that's
think a
not.
lot, but you know
Sure.
I think.
I think the narcolepsy is to try and like woo down thinking. More what happens is because you don't sleep properly, so you don't really like get deep sleep. So then you kind of are going into REM states. And if you think about being in a dream space, if there was like a sound, you know, like maybe you were sleeping on your arm in a weird way, maybe you'd have a weird thing in your dream where your arm was falling off or something like that, you know, like you have some kind of like things transfer through.
Yeah.
So I guess like because you're awake and you're dreaming, then if you're in kind of like a stationary environment, like say you're sitting somewhere still listening to something, then how like auto suggestion kind of works. You start like your dream starts riffing on it.
On what's
But
being
then that means
played or the sound or the.
so then your visual space just starts to like, you know, I don't know, yeah, you go into a dream space. Like my people have sometimes said to me is like that they walk past me and thought that I was awake, like my eyes were open. I've been aware of it. I'm even aware
Mm.
of it.
Mm.
Like they're actually looking at me. I know they're walking past,
Mm. But your
but I'm asleep.
brain's just like disengaged with the eyes
Yeah,
open.
yeah. And then I'm like, oh, they
In
didn't
the other
invite me to
mode.
the table for dinner. And I'm in like, and I'm dreaming in a weird
Yeah.
way at the same time, like while awake. It
Hmm?
was a little weird. Yeah, that's sort of what's happening, and then like, yeah, I mean, also then if I'm drunk, so 2 beers or something like that, and
Getting in
it's
special mode.
11:30.
Yeah.
11:30 at night, and these freaking headphones like make my ears so cozy that like they just like pass out.
I think
I
they're
was
like
like
the long, like if you're going to do long
long
streams,
form,
with long form streams, 5
which
hours
we
of them.
do. Oh.
I mean, 3 hours is good. I think 3 hours is like a good cap out.
Lapel
Because
mic and in ear.
you've needed to pee once or twice during the 3 hours, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Anything longer than a 3 hour conversation, unless you've got a specific topic you're talking about, then
Yeah. No, you've sort of. I
ends
think
up being
so. Like I've
waffle.
observed this in life.
Mm.
Is that yeah, conversation length. Like if you're going to catch up with a friend or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like 2-3 hours is what you need.
Yeah.
And beyond 3 hours, like yeah, either you're
It's
really raving
waffle
on
or
a
you,
topic.
yeah,
Yeah, you're on a topic.
rehashing other things that you've already
No,
spoken about.
oh that. Yeah, you've
That
already
thing.
said that
Oh,
twice tonight. Yeah,
yeah.
oh, oh,
Remember that time with the thing
remember
and the
that time.
things?
Remember the time. Well, there's a
Mm.
remember the time. There's also
Remember the
like the thing
time.
where you've already said it twice tonight.
Yeah.
A guy, the friend of mine I was talking to earlier. He actually repeated a topic 3 times
Mm.
in the
3
phone
times a
call.
charm.
I suppose. I find like most of what I'd do is I'd say the same thing to 2 or 3 people. So I say the same story a few times.
Mm.
But after I've said it 2 or 3 times, I'm not really that interested in saying it anymore. Um,
It
it's
sort of
sort of
served its purpose.
yeah, the telling is boring. I've validated myself, satisfactorily, or invalidated myself depending on what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the therapy component of it is totally real. It wasn't. I
Mm.
didn't ever think of that. It was more just like the thing. I do like. I wonder initially. Yeah, initially I sort of really saw it as like a yeah like my recording of just all conversations I had with people, not all, but ones
Yeah.
people that want people I had that basically
The
the people who I had
the
conversations.
Sci TV experience sort of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about SciTV as part of it, but yeah, I just think that there's interesting things in conversations. I mean, our conversations always prove that,
Mm.
and I don't have that kind of conversations with everyone, but the people who I have conversations with, I do. you know, like, like,
That makes perfect sense.
it totally does,
It
eh?
does. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I think that'd be interesting, like, to do those. I'm curious to see how the 3 will go. I
The
and
dynamic of 3 people sort of having
yeah, I mean,
a
is it
discussion.
just get
Yeah. And then a generalized one at that. Like either they would have had to at least watched a couple of the videos just to go, oh, okay, so this is what they're sort of doing. There's no real
well, you'd
specifically
only
one idea that's sort of focused upon, but it's more like a multitude of ideas, and occasionally one gets circled around for a little bit, and then it goes on to the
yep,
next.
yep. Yeah, it's just it is an interesting. Mm,
Sort
That's
of
how conversations tend to work.
yeah, yeah, around
I think
what's
the
deemed to be important, yeah, or more important.
Yeah, is the term emergent conversation. It's like two people enter with bits of information and then it comes out with like a different piece of information. Like where you evolve ideas.
Yeah.
Like we sort of like
Take
riff on a
that
concept.
little nugget and then,
Mm,
expand it out.
do a thing. Do a thing with a nugget.
Thing with
Take
a
that
nugget.
nugget.
Mm.
Mm, pile them up. A little series of them. Turn them into
Apply them.
highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, now here's the thing.
Mm.
In DaVinci.
Ah,
So you cruise through, do your markings.
much joy.
Name the markings because they'll turn into chapters on YouTube and so forth. And then you and then ones where you choose that say one is you go, oh, here's a good. Well, I'm just using this particular language. You know, other
Yeah.
people use their own language, but I'm calling like a highlight is anything that is like longer than a minute and less than 10. And there's
Mm-hmm.
very rarely it's long 10. Like it does happen occasionally, but that's really interesting. So then I'll do a highlight. Or there's a highlight, and then the other ones are shorts, which are obviously a minute or less. Like so, and uh, and so then what I've gone through, I'm doing at the moment is I'm just going red and green and calling them that. But then once I finish, I'll be able to go back through the timeline and then only so all the other chapter, all the other markings,
Mm-hmm.
leaving alone. But where those things are highlights and um, shorts, blade cutting them,
Yeah.
so they become clips.
Exactly.
So
And then obviously exportable.
yeah, then the deliver do all clips deliver as the full video of chapters, and
Mm-hmm.
then after do inline of clips with the filter shorts and the name thing, and then filter with the name with the tag rather highlight inline so that it'll do them in sequence. Like it'll render just those as a
Yeah.
instead of them as a little clip as one, it'll render them as 5 or whatever
Mm-hmm.
there are,
Punch them out as
and then you
5
put them
typically.
in the render
So,
queue. So you've got
yeah.
the full video, the shorts and the highlights all done, and then go hit that, and then it just goes, and then 15 minutes later or something like that, you've got your entire set ready.
Yep.
Like, um,
You can
and
do
so
your
the amount of
obviously
cuts
do
you need
your
to,
uploads and whatever. Yeah.
yeah, you can then upload them. So I think that and then the way that you can just program that render queue up nicely with that, and use the filter and keywording systems to select certain scenes to render out.
Yeah.
And they use it in a different. Other people use it in other ways. That's just the way that suits. But I think it's like a really, yeah, that's super handy.
Mm.
Instead of having to like
Wait forever.
copy them. Well, no, to
Or
copy the
actually go into the program and then export that one and then export the next and then export
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
So I
Oh,
noticed
and copy it to its own
in
timeline.
Premiere, that's what I had to do. I had to sort of set it
Yeah,
in and set it out, go
yeah,
through it tediously and set it in, set it out, and then export that in and out, that little
mm,
section.
yeah. It's just like
mm,
wow.
mm. Very
And
tedious.
the
Very
reason
tedious.
why it's like makes sense, like you go, oh, why is DaVinci doing this? And it's like, oh, it's like you might want to export a series of takes with
Mm.
particular names, or day 3 wilds, to
Oh,
the
happy Ramadan.
oh, and tomorrow,
Yeah,
oh well,
yeah,
and
yeah.
tomorrow is Holly
Mm.
festival.
Exactly.
If
Whole
you're gonna
stack
get
in there.
colorized.
Loving it.
Ask Phoenix
Esther
if you want.
Festival, Passover, Happy Buddha,
Oh,
Happy Buddha Festival.
is that a thing?
Um,
Is that a thing?
there should be.
Oh, I like the
If
Happy
there
Buddha
isn't,
Festival.
then there should be.
That would require the sad Buddha Festival. What about the unemotional? No, that would happy. Does Buddha want happiness, or is that attachment? Would it be contentment? Is there some other word that the Buddha would choose?
Gracefully indifferent.
Oh, now
Mm.
gracefully indifferent.
Mm.
Grant me the ability to be gracefully indifferent. Oh, here's a story of the week.
Let me strike my
So,
enemy from afar through fault of their own.
Mother Unit's friend.
Hmm.
Mother Unit's friend? Yeah. Defended a person on a bus who was someone was having a go at him, something verbal. And then but instead of the person retreating, the person like fully just launched in and starts attacking,
Ooh.
verbally, but in a very aggressive, mean way. This herself.
The bleating will continue until the silence of the lamps.
Nobody in the bus did anything.
Just
Just watched their phones and ignored it.
yeah.
That
Probably
was
some
interesting.
people probably would have been filming or something.
Quiet filming, yeah, a little quiet
filming,
film.
background.
So that was it. Maybe everyone was like kind of
Let me just be the instant news reporter.
Do you think perhaps that the reason why no one interacted with the situation was because everyone would realize that it was an Instagram moment, and they just sort of all gave it the respect that it needed,
Maybe.
so that someone could film it. A couple of them could film it, and everyone else was just watching it live, like, oh, fucking Instagram live, fucking moments of Karen. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever. I don't know what they'll be. Sound like they were being a tantrum or something unhinged, but I was not there to know. But I wonder if that is. They're like, because like the kids say, oh, everyone's just looking in their phones, but maybe the phone is actually kind of, maybe everyone would just be looking at their hands.
Yeah.
Or if they like to look away. But now, like, actually, it's not. We're doing something else. We're sort of like, we want it. Do we want it?
Well, we used to look at
Really?
each other's hands and each other's eyes, when we're having a normal conversation without the media interface, because that's all it is. Phones become the media interface for us. It's replaced that looking at each other's hands as we move around, plus the looking into each other's face and into each other's eyes.
Eyes, hands, mouths. Now just phones.
Converted.
Looking at someone else's face, walking down the street, looking at someone else's face. While
Dislocated
listening to, yeah,
across time and space, of course, to where you are.
it's great. Yeah.
Using rocks.
Translocating.
Translocating people's
multi-space.
multi-spacing their entity through the wireless networks.
So we become distributed people. It's a training exercise.
How to be a good internet of bodies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we would virtualize ourselves, transhuman.
Have you got any dreams to sell? Any
Oh, if you can
nightmares?
craft yes. If you can craft, I can craft whole worlds in those dreams, like things that are.
Don't put us in the brain box. There'll be trouble.
Yes, like will that be like a developer's skill set?
That's it.
Quantum inference. That's the thing. Like,
knowing by instance.
So.
No, you're right.
So.
Go.
If you're like, that research paper that was talking about where they used Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then the system was able to then see 3D humans moving around using just the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah. From the
using inference.
Inference, that's it.
On the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
Based on training data. Yeah. So imagine doing that like in the brain And so you take like a live sort of
creating imprints, which are dreams and nightmares
nanometer.
for people. Dream injectors. Oh, there's our next new conspiracy, Si. That 5G is just purely a dream injector.
It does.
Dream steal a dream injector because it injects a dream in and then it copies and steals it back out with your reactions.
Oh, so like they run simulations on us.
Test them.
See like
in your dreams at night while you're sleeping.
Using sleeping humans to process data.
Yeah.
Like on experience,
shove
experience data through them.
Advanced Internet of Bodies experiment, experiment number 1. To see if these processes are
Wow, part of a training network using the human brains as like
do a bit of background interlink nodule assessments. See whether the global IOB computer will perform as required.
The Internet of Bodies.
Simultaneous.
Will it respond as
predicted?
Can you really get? I think the question will be, which we haven't answered yet, I don't think, is if you no, you can out of like custom designed DNA. You can get reliable like results.
Well, they've been doing that since early 2000s.
Yeah, like putting through Petri dish computing.
Yep.
Hello, Marlo.
Special furry friend.
Yeah.
Furry friend attacking up.
Thank you. Thank
Much
you, furry
lovings.
friend. Thank you, furry friend. What you doing? What you doing, black dog? What you doing, black and gold? Black and gold.
Living up to expectation. Anubis for the win.
Anubis for the win. I have like Anubis is very strong like symbol in my life and through my life. I've often had Anubis as a symbol.
You've known the struggle of being the donkey.
I gave vows as the golden ass. Did you know that?
No.
That when I got married, my vows were actually to
be the golden ass.
Be the golden ass. Yeah, from the Greek, whatever it is. Be an ass monkey or whatever it was.
Soliloquy. Oh, had one comment.
Oh, did we?
Hi.
Oh. Hey. We'll try to get a little bit high, but not too much, because then it just starts getting rambly and stupid.
Yeah. We
there's a
don't
limit to
have
how high. Like if one person, like one high is enough, but I think if it was like
the
4 or 5
roller coaster
highs,
gets too knotty.
You don't want like too many highs.
It's like mixing drugs.
No, you don't.
How many? What's your max drugs you've mixed in one sitting? Like alcohol and drugs of choice. What would you Because you could do I mean most people do 2. They do alcohol and tobacco. The legals.
Right. So.
And even the people that use the other substances, they use alcohol, tobacco,
like,
and the preference and the substance of choice.
I would say not that many. I mean, probably like
You wouldn't mix like 4 or 5 or 6,
Yeah.
7.
No. Okay, I'd say I've done. Okay, I say I've put
4 or 5
together
at a time. 4 or 5 different.
alcohol,
Yeah.
nicotine, THC,
An acid.
ketamine,
Oh, ketamine.
cocaine,
5.
and acid. I'd say that's, and
Probably
then maybe like
where you drew the line on your
maybe then someone gave me a
entertainment
little bump of
requirements.
like MDMA or some sort
Mm.
of bullshit, whatever
Yeah.
that
So
is.
maybe 8
Set,
tops.
nah. Well, maybe I
7
had a
maybe.
coffee or caffeine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that
Mm,
counts. You know?
yeah.
Again,
Okay.
drugs.
Oh well, definitely. I had an espresso
And
martini and
you
some
ate food,
bullshit.
didn't you?
Uh,
Which is, a
that's
drug.
Cheeps. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. I'd probably at that
Consume
point
some
wasn't
food, then you were having sugars and,
hungry. I could have had a sugar, so it might have been on
Mm,
9,
mm. So there you go.
9, 9.
It's
Yeah,
crazy what we put ourselves
but
through,
that's
isn't it?
very rare. Very rare.
No, but I'm
That's
just
not.
saying, like for an
I have
amount
that.
of, substance to be required to get to the right level of the experience. And then, you take into effect that others, like
Oh.
who, don't have the self-control that, say you and I do, they would, they would do like 20 or 30 different
How?
whatever,
I mean, I
whoever's
didn't do. I had.
putting it out there, they'd just be
Yeah, you
grabbing it
just
and shoving it up
you hoovered it
wherever,
up. Yeah,
however it was
actually, I know.
dispensed.
No, I know that. I know those people. I've known those people. I don't personally know those people at the
Hmm.
moment.
Hmm. But they're the Pepsi Challenge people. They're the true Pepsi Challenge people, side. Because I mean, we're
Yeah, I mean,
waffles. We do our thing, but
yeah.
in their eyes, we're just like, oh
Oh
shit.
yeah, no,
You know,
I
I
don't.
could do that
I'm
standing
on
on
the
my
left
head,
level.
and then I can
It's
do
like, oh,
these.
okay, yeah,
Can do all
I'll
these
do
too.
coke and ketamine at once, and what's that going to be like? And they're like,
Hmm.
oh, you haven't done that,
Oh, you
and
haven't.
that'll be my,
Mm,
yeah, that'll
mm,
be my like,
mm.
yeah, I've done it like
And
a
then
few
they just
times.
have the little chuckle, chuckling about it. Oh, you
I've
gonna
had
have
my
a little
first game of
play?
lawn bowls.
Yeah.
My first game of lawn bowls
Mm,
was smoke some weed,
yeah.
um, uh, took ketamine
Mm,
and coke, uh, did another bump of ketamine and
mm.
coke,
Bit of ammo.
then no. Then went to the then went to the place,
Mm,
I'm
mm,
sorry, yeah, lawn bowls place.
mm-hmm,
Then drank beers
mm.
and played lawn bowls on like yeah, and then had another bump of one or the other. I can't
Yep.
remember.
And
Um,
then smoking.
oh yeah, would have been smoking. Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, so that was that was lawn bowls
Yeah.
on CK. They work together nicely. They're very
Mm.
balanced.
There is a pretty good balance
It's
from that.
just stupid to even.
I know, but look,
It's real that there
yeah,
is. There is. It's like a smoothness.
smooth.
It's a very lawn bowls high. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
it's Hunter S. Thompson lawn bowlsy
It's
kind
pitching
of
a tent.
vibe.
Yeah.
It's pitching. It's pitching a tent.
Pitching a tent.
Uh,
That's the one.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, it's not my daily. I don't. Weekly or
Only
monthly or.
under certain, circumstances or times of year during celebration. Not a permanent fixture of daily function.
No, and I
No.
never really have. Hey, like
No, I've never been like that either. Like, I don't mind like during the weeks, got to be on your wits anyway, so you sort of keep them a bit free till after work, and every time else, depending on
every
what you got,
time else.
whatever depending on what you've got planned. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
if you're doing stuff, then
Yeah, there's limits. Hey,
mm,
it's
mm,
like it's basically
you
yeah, you're
wanna
doing stuff.
be coherent.
Oh, mm.
If coherency is required, then it's best to give some.
Yes.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, otherwise it might. It'll probably get a bit muddled
Yeah, yeah.
because you won't be coherent.
There could be problems, and normally will be.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, when we put those things, it's interesting. It's like the RSA, the responsible service of alcohol. 2 drinks in the first hour, 1 drink thereafter. Meant to have.
Yep.
And then when you watch people do like through various reasons, I think that the reason why it is that, and we have it at 0.05, is not because that's a good idea, but because that's what people drink. So we just set it to like the sort of average level of drunkenness people are at, and just made that like okay. So I think that the whole thing like that we've really done with drinking is just made it, yeah, like the legal level of drunk is quite drunk still, right?
Of course
Like
it
if
is.
you a sober position.
If the person doesn't look like they can stand up under their own fruition, please don't serve them another drink.
It is very interesting, right? Like, yeah, to stay at the limit. It's two drinks and then 1 drink thing. I don't know how, but that's what you sell at a bar.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
probably not.
When I went out, and I did because I was driving, like 2's my max, and then it's water, and then maybe if an hour later maybe 1 more.
Yep.
And that keeps you
that
within
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah. Keeps you within your range.
Yeah. And do you go like a half strength or
if you want to have 3, then you have half strength. Drink a half strength. Have 3 beers.
It is interesting, hey? Like the pub, you go out to drink, and your whole night out's 3 drinks.
Well, it's getting that way in price. I bought 2 pints or 2 schooners, and that was $18, $9 each.
Wow. Oh, and $9 schooner is kind of normal, isn't it?
Well, I guess for you guys it is.
9. I think 10.
Fuel's definitely on the rise.
It's decided to hang out over 2 for a bit, eh?
In the 220 sort of lingering under 230 range, heading towards the 250. That's some real nice fuel you got there. Shame if someone made it too expensive.
Yeah, well, what does that mean for like contractors or something who are? The government lets you charge 97 cents a kilometer.
There's a carry-on.
It's got to be more than 97 cents at $2.50 a litre.
Job costs a bit more. Cover costs.
Got it.
Fuel excise surcharge.
Fuel excise.
Sorry, I'm enjoying some dark chocolate.
Oh, good. I got this stuff which is called Natvia.
Okay.
Which is like the main over brand. Sugar fixed hazelnut spread 98. I don't even know what the name of this product really is. I think it's a sugar fixed hazelnut 98 spread. Hazelnut spread. No, I think, yeah, here we go. It's Natvia company. Sugar fixed brand. And then hazelnut spread is the product under the Sugar Fixed brand. And it is 98% sugar free.
Yeah.
So hazelnut spread. So it's like a Nutella, yeah. But yeah, it's one that's not got any sugar.
Nice.
And it's
What's the actual sweetening
oh
apparatus?
yeah, maltitol.
Maltitol.
What's it with maltitol? Oil.
Tylenol.
Tylenol. Just filled with like antidepressants. It just feels so good when you eat it.
Oh,
You know,
I feel like
and it's like you can deal with anything.
I used to be really depressed, but now, since eating this product, I've now got a proper job.
Yeah. They say an apple a day, but I'd say might keep the doctor away, but who's going to pay for the apple?
Price of cauliflower.
That's where
$8, mate.
That's where
$8 for a
98%
cauliflower. That's pretty harsh.
hazelnut spread from the team that comes through for me, letting me make that money so I can buy that apple. Packaged, so you're not even eating food.
Well, like we were talking about, meat vapors. Getting their meat vapor into your whole steak, and like having a cigarette. Just draw it in, and then insta steak. Not in your lungs, but in your blood supply, vapor form.
It's interesting, like bypassing the actual gut, like
going into the bloodstream via oxygen link. Meat vapor oxygen link.
Well,
it works.
You know, yeah. I mean, you don't have a digestive ability, I don't think, in the blood supply. I think as a trafficking system, it deals with like base units somehow. I don't think it like. So I don't know.
Hard to tell.
I think, like, if you have like, well, I think if you wanted to have breathable steak that actually went into your lungs, that didn't cause a residue and end up killing people.
I have a meat residue, steak residue.
Then the atomization process of the steak,
like it's worse than tobacco tar. Like the meat residue, it'll shorten your life like a 5 times quicker. 5 times quicker, but it is like the biggest rush.
It would be
Everyone
the
wants to do it.
Just
everyone's trying to score the meat vapors.
I mean, obviously you've seen the alcohol vapor, like the So
the vapor alcohol drinks. You go in there and they're misting alcohol in the.
Yeah, misting alcohol.
Just breathing in.
So this is just doing that to meat, basically.
It's ground steak just coming through the mystifiers.
Just inhaling that vapor.
Who wouldn't?
I know.
Like 30 steak meals in one sitting.
I mean, even as a vegan, you'd have to say to yourself, like, this isn't eating meat.
It's a vapor.
That's right. It's just like walking down the street you know, like breathing in other humans,
You smell the chicken cooking or whatever. That's the vapor.
That's the vapor.
It's just not concentrated.
So,
not concentrated like our process. Where you got the whole steak just banging. Boom.
Just yeah, compressed into like something the size of like a cream bulb. You know, like gas.
Like a little NOS. That's it.
Not a little NOS size. That's
bang,
the
bang.
size of a steak. Bang.
That's it.
Oh,
Insta steak hit.
Yeah.
Whole steak in one of them little cylinders. Bang.
100% energy direct to you. No wasted on
little
like
steak bullet.
Heating and cooling in the digestive process, juices, so forth. You know.
Surgeon General warning: only use 2 to 3 a day. Never have more than 2 to 3 steak bangers a day.
2 or 3 steaks, direct injected steaks. I don't think you need
any more. Could be dangerous. Yeah.
Fucking would
energy buildup. Energy buildup could be dangerous if any more consumed.
Your brain just like I can see through time.
That's it. Just instantly become light and disappear. Some people have hyper evolved. Please be cautious.
Yeah,
when using more than 4 of the steak bangers.
Warning, death, actual. Now, whether your death leads to ascendancy or not is not guaranteed.
May or may not be guaranteed. That's right. Yeah.
May not
ascendancy may or may not be guaranteed.
Yeah,
even after death.
Death
right.
will be, but your ascendancy is.
You may be still stupid in the afterlife. My apologies. If you want to try it again, you can always try it again.
But yeah, more. We will sell you more units, basically. Come back. I see this. I see this as quite a viable venture. You'd have different flavors. I mean, I'm wondering which ones would be popular.
It wouldn't just necessarily be steak.
Would be lamb.
Okay, you could have lamb, pig, chicken. Go through the list of the slaughterable beasts.
But some things like
you could have exotics too. You could have elephant and
I mean they're hard to get as it is.
Baby seal.
That's like the levels of like.
Yeah, well, it just depends on what you got to spend.
Yeah. I mean, does the company doesn't sell those?
No, they have to be harvested and then created.
Yeah, that's your business.
The client would have to acquire the the whale or the baby seal, and then provide it for the vapor conversion.
It was dead on the side of the road, and I didn't.
We were driving along down in the Antarctic.
And there was this seal,
Harry accidentally ran over it. So in the law of nature dictated that we couldn't just kill it without eating it. So can you please convert it into vapor for us? Yeah, it's our duty to inhale this baby seal.
Yeah.
If you didn't have to eat it, would you have to say prayers for it? Like if a Christian or whatever, would it be the one thing around where you didn't have to say a prayer for your?
Is that beyond halal? Is that?
Yeah, well, it's vapor.
Yeah, like what?
What the fuck? How would you
unclean what?
Would it be? How would it be categorized? Gas.
Inhalable. Gas.
Inert gas. It doesn't explode unless it's something that might be indicative for exploding.
It is an inert gas. It's just compressed chicken.
Chicken. bit of beef, steak, lamb,
Vaporized chicken.
vaporized lamb. Vaporize it
Yeah,
all.
but would
Yeah.
that be like greasy? Like, would
I
that
wonder if you could
feel
do
weird?
bread. Like if you got to that point where you could do those other
Hasn't
things,
think
the
about
meat,
this.
you'd have to be able to do like grain and other things, wouldn't you? Like a bread vapor. I mean, you smell it every time you walk past a bread store. You smell that bread.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
bread
see.
vapor, isn't it?
It is
Yeah, come on.
hyper concentrated bread vapor.
Pretty much. If they do it right, people just they float in because they
Great.
want that. They want the smell. They've already been hooked by the bread vapors. It's like the drug.
So if you had concentrated bread vapor, you'd just addict people. They'd just be like, "Give, I have to." The
Yeah.
high would be so much. Would bread be banned as like a a nut controlled
You'd
substance?
corner the
Would it become
market
a
if you were the
controlled
first
substance?
in on there. You know what I
Would you
mean? Like you'd be the
just
vapor person. People would be coming to you to get that meat
the
vape.
government's just like,
Mm.
what do we do? How do we
How
deal with this?
how
How do you
how do you
ban
tax it? How do you
bread?
tax it? How do you? Is it by the
How do you ban
by the
bread?
cylinder? Like, is it by the little nong? Because
By the
each
norm.
one of them is like a complete meal. You know.
Mm. So if it's a whole steak, is it like what would be comparable? Is it like a whole loaf of bread?
Mm. And you'd feel full like you just ate a whole loaf of bread. Like you wouldn't need to eat because you have that
Like your
already in
brain
you.
your
Yeah.
brain would be
We're
sated,
just
basically.
registering like, oh shit, I just ate a whole loaf of bread. The ultimate diet interface. Tricking the brain into thinking you've eaten a whole bread. But you have. Like your body's actually got that whole loaf of bread in the vapor.
Mm.
Mm. So there's no tricking. The brain's actually acknowledging that it's had a whole loaf of bread. But the other
Could
part
you
of the
have
body be like, oh,
that? Would
okay.
that allow? That'd allow like a celiac or whatever to have
Mm.
gluten,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yep.
Because it just bypass the digestive system. You just wouldn't want to
Correct.
inhale. You just want to make sure you didn't accidentally inhale it into your stomach.
And then that would be very negative because it'd be like
Yeah,
1,000 times more
yeah,
It'd
super
be super
concentrated.
effective.
It just,
You know what
just
I mean?
immediately gets colic. Like,
Mm. Frothing at mouth.
frothing in the mouth.
Awful thought. So yeah, just been playing a bit of the Mech Warriors and dropping a few on. Going through my whole list of the mechs I've got.
And what's your angle? What's your angle? Is your
Well, just
do you think like?
because I do it during the week and I just drop a couple here, drop a couple there, and then I'm doing
But how do you review
the
them?
assumed with
I,
you. So it's sort of like I've been just watching which days seem to get a lot of hits.
ah,
Yeah, because I sort of drop them during the week, and sometimes I'll just do a whole stack in one hit, but like timing the how long between each one that I put it online, between 15, 30, 45, an hour between the drops. I'm sure
yeah, it's an
someone's done
interesting
all this
measure.
already, doing the
Well,
YouTube metrics, how how to make a video perform and
yeah, but it's also for your
what time's the
particular
right time
content.
to
It's
drop it.
okay to do
Yeah.
it. It's the right thing to do. Like you're basically running a test,
Mm.
you know. And
But I think you're right. We're not talking to the right audience. We need to
on
merge.
Arctic.
Yeah, need to get onto a
Yeah,
different
I think the
platform
Arctic
to.
channel. I think
Mm,
the Arctic channel tier its content will do fine.
mm,
I've learned a lot from assumed, and I just got to go through and rename and tag
yeah,
the way I reconfigure the things, which will be fine. And then, but also, it's just a consistency of content,
yeah,
and
keeping
Assumed
it
has
going.
been consistently dropping content. Like, and that's the key from the that's one of the critical things from the algorithm, because it wants to show people things that are going to like
continue.
Continue.
Yeah.
So, set your schedule at your peril. Like don't like, not you, but somebody was ever listening to. Make sure you can deliver the content, or like don't stop. But be careful about. Otherwise, you'll waste your content. You'll deliver, and it'll become erratic, and then instead of having it like stored and having like nice consistent delivery when you can.
Yeah, being able to break it up into those, the funnier points.
Well, I think is what
fairly successful in the pick and the choose and the harvest of the best of Cheep. Done pretty well so far.
Like Assumed is like, it's. I think. It's insightful.
And it's something where I'm hoping that we can keep doing it, because it's going to be a never-ending content, pretty much, and it's not directly copying the news platforms thing. Right. It's just merely making an assumption on the title of the, Yeah. No, I think it's been a lot of fun. And we're getting, like, with the spreading, like you said, of the placement of the drops, scheduling of it seems to be far more effective now. Getting. And I'm even thinking, like, for YouTube, like a lot of my ones that I watch all stream on the Sunday. Like Sundays.
Do they?
Yeah, they seem to have a lot more.
Well, no, but that's their Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, streaming on Saturday makes sense. Well,
because normally they're out Friday night or doing whatever they're doing, and then Saturday just want to relax and watch crap on their phone or their device, really, don't they?
Was that why they're streaming? I think that drinking the beer flat after 1 week, gives you a stomach ache. That's what I think. My guess. I'm glad I didn't drink more of it.
No.
I had to stretch it out.
You balked and you went. The shaman can only drink so much of the cupboard alcohol.
Cupboard alcohol was just
stored for a week.
Oh, I do not recommend.
Stored for a week opening up over a week.
I've been lying here, or sitting here, just massaging out my stomach, and this just.
Doesn't sound kind. That's not.
No, it's been okay. It's like
dealing with it.
Don't know. Like,
we're up to an hour and 15, so 13.
No, we didn't. We kind of just started. That was beer one. I only had one beer in the first hour. Well, actually,
pretty good. I'm on my second. Yeah.
I think one more.
I'm going a bit slower tonight. Had a little bit more of the religious than the alcohols.
Yeah. Oh.
But yes, very funny. Voting. Voting. Memes for the eyebrow man. Caterpillar eyebrow man. Good generations.
Did you listen to any of the stuff around Boeing?
Oh, the whole conspiracy about the Boeing end of service agreement in the parking lot.
Kablam!
ending a service agreement with the client in the parking lot due to
Dropping
unsatisfactory legal action.
The star witness in the trial about to go ahead. He's like, the dude killed himself.
Yeah.
The dude got shot. It was
decided it was better, you know, that he Jeffrey Epstein's himself for the greater good. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing to think that there's anything weird with that.
Yeah, that's common good, mate. Come on, jump on your sword. Be that YouTuber that when you're done with the character, just cut the head off it.
That was really interesting. That I quite enjoyed going and researching that. Yeah, I hope he does.
Having additional skills. So, like, it's all well and good to know computers and.
Did you watch the half hour? He's like
building the whole chop machine.
Well, the last half hour, his last actual show before the live, where he executes himself.
Yeah.
I know it was just a good watch. I mean, it's the first one I've ever watched. It was the trees were falling down, and it was like really talking about like different like land ownership sort of stuff, and
like seeing where it's heading, you know.
I was just mixing in a good combination of like law, factual, sort of legal facts, they're not real. They're just made the law as it is, but that's what people can do because of laws. And they're yeah, I don't know. It was sort of it was very well produced. He was an amazing carpenter. He did a good paint job.
Yeah.
Like, and like I don't know, he put it all
Made
together.
it feel authentic.
But also, like, it was just shot in a particular way. Like, it was very theatrical. Like his whole tent and the setup of his little black and white TV, and like it's very theater. It's
Well, you need it to be a performance.
Oh, it was a total performance. It'll be a good. I mean, I don't know how long he has to stay out of the public view, even as himself, as opposed to the character. Before, so that people will
create the illusion. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they'll accept
that he's actually dead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but also that when he comes back,
that he's just like the twin, or the the long lost cousin of the dude that was.
No, that he just can say that was a character. Like that's like, you don't have to play because it is the question. How long? Like Marcus Brownlee, he's a good example. Because he's not trading on anything except he's trading on just being into like being a dude who's into cool shit or tech shit, and so and from that he makes a channel, and probably is the MKBHD channel going to be running when he's 60 or 70? Like,
probably not.
Is so somebody else becomes hipper than him and he fades away somehow.
Yeah. Well, don't most YouTubers, or they get to the end of their success run or whatever, and then they tire out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do what they need
But
to
like a
do to get
tech
their
chat,
publicity, to get whoever they need for their fans. You know, their enduring fans.
oh, yeah, the ones who'll just keep paying
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah. Keep paying regardless of what tripe you serve up.
Is that the model?
Well,
Like, it's interesting. Like someone like
some, and I mean a lot of
Marcus
it where
could.
you
Why?
come to the site. You know, I can't talk to you here, but all my videos are
Like,
at
I
the
could see
site,
Walt
and you
Mossberg.
just hit the join now and drop the $5 a month, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think, like
Because
Mossberg, he
that's where a
probably went
lot
to
of it.
65.
It's
Don't
all
you think?
based towards give us the $5 a month.
Yeah.
That's what they're after.
Six. And if Mossberg went to 65, Marcus could go to 65. He started when he was 15 or 12 or something. So, it'd be 50 years of broadcasting.
Yep.
You could see his final episode, oh, here's my first video, now, and then it's just like,
Ancient.
and I could keep going like I can. Obviously, I
Mm.
can. That's not the question. But it's just like, I think it's time to.
I'm so old.
I want
Please
to get on with
just
something else in
fuck
my life.
off. How should we fuck off, oh?
But yeah, I don't think that Marcus Brown. Do you think he would last to 65? Like he could do what Mossberg, and there'd always be. I don't know. It's interesting. He could do that, or he could also do the thing even like in another 5 years and say, "Hey, like I really enjoyed being the tech guy, but there's so many other cool channels out there."
Yeah.
And I'm really actually doing this and that, and I want to start making these other things now.
Other content,
And,
that's it. And follow other
and
channels or
yeah,
paths.
so it's like, if you want Apple things, go see Dave 2D or whatever he says, like and bows out of the thing.
That's it.
I think that's what people will do.
Hands down the scepter and
Make
the
everyone
crown to
whatever.
whoever comes up to do the next.
And there'll be people who are angry as a result of it and all sorts of
yeah.
things. Like, oh, betrayed, I gave you 300 of my dollars,
Yeah,
and threw
300
shekels
of
at
my
you, and now
fucking
you're
shekels.
abandoning me. You know.
Shut up. You had the content at the time. Shut up.
The reverse of that, I've been really impressed with. I found him through. I was very grateful for Aaron Bushnell, because through that, like, I got to meet, like, realize that Roger Waters, like, was a bit of an activist online. And I always liked Roger Waters, and then he's got his own little YouTube thing and Instagram, and he, instead of listening to his music, I can now like see a little moving picture of Roger Waters as he looks now, saying something about some kind of issue or something, and I feel very connected in it much more. It's like, oh, this is actually the actual dude. It's not like some canned recording of some dude who was once back in the 1970s. It's like it's what he cares about. And I
The
thought, well,
conviction.
it's nice to see a little gif of like somebody I
It's
think's
like walking
important
into the elections today.
caring,
I just went, they're all trying to hand me their fucking pamphlet. And I'm
a little
like,
pamphlet.
their pamphlet on who to vote for.
I know.
And I'm like,
I know the pamphlet.
I said, no, democracy,
No.
happy Democracy Day. And then said, I know how to vote. Thank you very much. Save the trees. Give that one to next someone
They're
else.
like, oh, we killed them already. You may as well take the dead ones and
No,
be part of
no.
the death.
As soon as I
Help us.
take hold of it, I become the
Be guilty
the
with us.
guilt. I
Purpose.
pick up the guilt from you, handing it to me. Oh,
Conspire
thank you.
with us to
Oh, thank
harm the
you.
planet.
Oh, I refuse. Peddle your guilt to someone else. On the way out, there was one of the people handing the literature, and they were giving it to people who were leaving, who'd already voted.
Well, that's an interesting strategy.
I was like,
What was their literature about?
I couldn't remember the denomination, but
no.
But they were giving
But so they had.
they were giving the voting info as someone was leaving. Yeah, please take this. He's like, no, I'm leaving. And he took it, and then he's like, keep trying to force it on him. No, take it. desperate to give it away.
What the? It's a thing.
Have to get a certain quota delivered. Like, have to hand out at least, depending on how many people in the suburb voting.
Wow. So was there a representative mix of like
Of all the
people?
parties, including the independents.
Oh, of people, not of parties.
Oh,
Of sort of,
represented, yeah. And we had a lot of away voters today because I was part of the actual local region. Yeah. I got the far queue, the quick queue.
oh, you did?
Yeah, the one that runs really quick, in the far queue.
Because you were actually
an actual resident of the suburb.
Actual resident.
Yeah.
You only had a simple step to do. And
Yeah.
The
rest had to provide identification.
Oh, was it local elections across the whole of the
Queensland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just for your area. I didn't realize it was for the whole of
No.
it. Yeah.
So I've been driving around with work and heads on sticks, even the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Some in local election. Same time.
Heads on sticks.
Heads on sticks, mate. It's a good way to check out a person, Look at their eyebrows and facial features. Like you said, I think, maybe in the future when we get a bit more tribal recognition and the real men can step forward. There's split cocks to.
So do you think that we could get to a point again, like that if that was the thing, like if you wanted to become like a mayor,
a true leader, a mayor.
Yeah, like so it wouldn't be just like
a
councillor, or would it?
Yeah.
You have to like have subcision.
Show worthiness. Can't have no non-men running the.
Like a willingness to
local,
sacrifice
local
for
council.
your. Do you think people would people would run? I mean, you'd see who really valued power. Because I suppose.
Well, you'd know who the true men are.
You would.
Yeah, there'd be no denying it.
No. And they just pull out that penis right there. Just throw it down. Go look. See.
There's my authority.
There's my authority. That's right.
Check my split cock.
Splayed out. Fanning.
Let it be the instrument
really
of my
skilled
true
ones.
authority.
Yeah. Really skilled ones like hummingbird their penis, and so it just can it just goes and just can kind of float.
That's it. Get the
it's
ability
just sort
to levitate. Levitation. Achieve levitation.
Yeah.
It's all about getting the magical powers.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's learning how to control. Fanning it out.
Fanning it out.
That's it. The
hover mode. Getting the hover mode down pat.
The layers of knowledge.
Float like a butterfly, hover like a hummingbird.
Yes. Hover like a overcooked sausage. Hovering.
hovering on spitting fat.
So I've been told
Yeah.
that as a woman,
Mm.
for example, like a receiver of the split,
Mm.
like that if you had that experience, then you think like the other's a boy. And
Mm.
I've kind of wondered as to then what the pleasuring, like how you use it,
Yeah.
like which sort of direction is the method. Because I guess it's sort of like it's interesting because it's splayed out like that. It certainly would interact with the sort of the vagina, for example, is
Mm.
in quite a different way. Like instead of being sort of like a round thing, sort of rubbing against, like say, the inside ribbing and line of, like, for example, like the
Creating the bumps
uh,
and the undulations for the
well, yeah, but
stimulation.
then if it's
Yeah.
splayed out, it's like more like a, you know, yeah, it's not a rounded thing. It's more of a sort of a flat, like say someone was using 3 fingers or something like that. Like
Mm.
say for
Mm.
example,
Mm.
a bit more like that. Like it's quite a different feeling.
Yeah.
So maybe, maybe it's like a stimulation like no other. You know?
Mm.
Letting
Who
women are being let
knows?
down. Women are
Yeah.
being let down by these, like,
Mm.
that
Not
men
having
are
the
not,
not
or
having the
boys aren't willing not to be
boys
men.
aren't willing enough to be men and get the split to
Yeah,
truly pleasure them in the way that a man
the
should.
manosphere. The whole issue for the
Fear.
incels in the manosphere is actually
Sophia.
that they're not willing.
Unwilling to split their cocks
They're willing to
in
try
manliness,
in
you know,
manliness
to
to
prove the
actually
manliness and to be, a
blink
true man.
for their women.
That's it. Really pleasure them, keep them in line because they know they get split. Once you've had it, you never go back.
No,
Mm.
that's it. Yeah,
The whole thing of splitting.
it's the splitting.
Mm. And like, old mate that we saw split back in the 90s.
Mm.
Go either way then. There's an opportunity to go either way.
Yeah, I mean that was another level of the split,
Mm.
really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like he didn't just
Wasn't just you. It wasn't. I mean, was it the whole banana or was it only just part of the banana that split or flaying?
that was a full that usually it's a subcision. That
Mm.
was
Up all the way down the banana.
mm,
Mm. Wow. That is commitment to manhood. Got to say.
mhm, mm, mm. Yeah, then you
I'm
have
glad I'm
two.
still a boy. I'm
Well,
I'm
that's the
I'm
thing, man.
proud to
Like
be a boy.
like when
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, geez, you still
I
play
don't
video
have
games," I'm
enough to
like,
get to
"Yes, I do."
that level of
Mm,
manhood.
yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah.
I mean, I guess after I've done being a boy for a long time and I had no necessity to
Jeez.
truly, if I really wanted to please a woman ultimately, I'd, go ahead and get it.
Obviously,
Go through whatever it is, be to that level.
be really paired.
Yeah, true.
Mm. But you would you. Mm,
Ooh,
mm. You know how there's like a lot of
vape is good.
female sex tourism in Africa,
Yeah, and
and going
Asia.
around there and
Many different
buying.
countries have their own version of
Oh,
tourism, but yeah.
but
Please go on.
American women
Mm.
in particular frequent a range of Sierra Leone and other African countries as well.
Yeah.
harvest. Man, I mean, if there was a certain tribes that still, yeah,
Mm.
there are certain mobs who still do practice subcision,
Yeah. And get
and
the
so you know, word gets that if that gets out there, gets popular. Mm,
mm. Everyone will be doing it.
well, they'll also be worth a bit. Those ones,
Mm.
So sex tourism, you could fetch a bit.
Yep. Come on over. Check it out.
Hmm.
Here it is. Who wants to get with a real man?
How much do you think you would charge a
Well, after
woman
having it done,
if you? Mm,
at least to be $1,000 an hour, because it's completely unique.
yep.
That would be reasonable, I think, wouldn't
Yeah. I
it?
mean,
Yeah, $1,000 an hour. That's a
yeah.
pretty good rate.
Mm,
Something so unique and so incredible.
that's right. And I mean, you could make 1,000 an hour. Seems reasonable.
Mm.
But I think it's probably up there with advanced fetish. Mm. Like sounding or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if sounding would be 1,000 an hour. It probably isn't. It's probably fucking 300 bucks an hour.
Yeah. Reasonable.
So to have someone who was like that, but if you found someone, okay, comparably,
Mm.
to find an escort, someone who will sleep, for sex for
Someone
money,
who really knew how to use
sex.
you know, use the split very efficiently.
Yeah, like if they had a split tongue or something like that. I mean, that'd
Mm.
probably kind of weird fetish. I think, well, not weird. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, by weird, I mean like rare, hard to get to. Like you wouldn't just find a split tongue skilled operator.
Yeah. I've seen a few
Um,
videos. Like
oh, sure,
they
it's
got it
real. It's
going
totally
on.
real.
Yeah, they got it
Mm.
going on.
But you wouldn't just go to your local brothel and find one
No. There's
as a sex
practice.
worker.
There's
You get the
practice
sex
makes perfect
workers
involved in that department.
in the same way of doing that kind of level.
Mm.
I
Mm.
think
Like
it's very
you'd have
permanent.
to have a master of who's got a split to teach you a little bit, about the
Do you
split.
think so?
Yeah, yeah. Like you'd learn
I
a
mean,
certain a
it
bit
was the way
by just independently, you know. You'd
by
you'd
having it
you'd
having
want to have a
yeah.
mentor that had similar, you know, split, and then they'd had it for some time, so they were
Oh, they could show you the
able to give you
ways,
some, pointers
hot
and
tip,
tricks and
point
tips.
tricks.
Yeah, yeah. On how to manipulate it.
Whoa. Whoa. It's interesting.
Mm.
I mean, I was watching what was I watching? Was this guy does like the anatomy channel, like these like
Mm.
human the anatomy. He always has cadavers and shit. He's
Yeah.
on YouTube. That guy. We did this thing around like this new erectile um
Treatment.
gel thing, a rosone or something.
Mm.
And anyway, it's apparently effective X amounts and things. And so he was talking about, so he showed also
Guaranteed stiffness for X amount of period.
for certain people and
Yeah.
all the various conditions, but less side effects probably,
Yeah.
maybe. And
Lessen the
they
blue
showed
pill
the cross section of the cock, and
blue pill of death, yeah.
and so the cock had like these two um circle cross section, so like
Yeah.
two cylinders, and then underneath it was a third softer, different cylinder,
Which
which is
was
where then the
yeah,
tube
yeah.
comes through. And so if you did
Mm.
the incision smartly,
Mm.
you could actually, like with sort of a bit of like maybe more, I don't know if more knowledge is correct, but then you could actually split your cock into the two different tubes, yeah,
Mm.
like the two different sort of cylinders. So you'd actually have like two cocks, I guess, basically, and then I guess the way that the mob did it was that uh, they just chopped off they cut straight through the urethra. That's
Mm.
interesting.
Mm.
That was the whole thing, was to shorten that basically. So
Mm.
trying to separate that out as a third. You could if you were
Well, if it was
thoughtful,
sort of rolling up, like it would.
you could have three.
Mm.
You'd have two bigger ones and
And
like
then one smaller one.
the smaller one, which was actually, so that one could stay out if you didn't want to like impregnate anyone or do something
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
that could
Keep it
be
out, or you just
slip it in, and you just have that.
alternate entrance. The bastard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you
The
could
old
have that's it.
xenophile special.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
xenophile
you'd have like
special.
the thinner
Mm.
one just doing sort of a bit of anal probing, yeah, and then like
Mm.
those two, like, and so yeah, you could have. I
Going
think
in
you
there,
could.
curling up in the worm, having a little snoot.
Well, that's it.
Worm with a view.
And
Yeah.
as they were like, imagine like those two ones, as you say, like those two, because they
Mm.
wouldn't be bound by each other. They'd curl out, you know. So then you'd be like a harpoon, yeah. So you'd sort of
Mm.
go in, and then you'd have the sort of a release mechanism, and then your penis would sort of just go like, like, hang on, let's see if I can get my fingers to hands to do it. Let's see if
Get the
they would
shape going.
there you go, like, no, my other hand, only one hand wants to do it at a
I'm
time.
wondering whether YouTube would allow us to put up the National Geographic picture
No,
that. Probably not, will it?
I,
'Cause it's got, yeah.
have you sent me a picture?
No. I'm just saying before that when we,
Oh, no.
meme
Oh,
passing, but
oh.
I don't think the National Geographic one would
Well, I mean,
be
we could get sued
quite
from National
YouTube.
Geographic.
I
I mean,
know
we don't
they'd
want to
be
like
rather
use their content.
unhappy and displeased. So I think I'll just continue with some of the AI stuff.
Yeah, I haven't even watched
Got to
any
be
of the
careful
streams,
like
and
that.
I'm
That's
just
why I'd like to ask. You know what I mean? Like have a second opinion. See, me foolishly, I could have just put that straight up there, and then I'm getting sued by Neo Geo.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You don't need it. It's just a lot of hassle, that is.
Mm. Don't need, which you don't need.
Don't need.
There are far smaller enemies to attack and kill than the larger well-known, infinitely recognized types. There's far smaller fish to fry, as they say.
little.
Yeah.
What do you do with duck giblets? What do you do with giblets in general? What is it? What do you do with a giblet?
What is a giblet? Well, giblet's like the small little leftover bit, which is the attachment to a major organ, the little interface bits or the companion giblety bits.
The companion bits.
Interface connector bits. It's like the liver.
Yeah, right.
Liver's got a couple of little smaller. I mean, I'm no a doctor. Doctor of medicine, but the liver's got sort of like a couple of little extra
giblety things.
giblety
Is that what you
things.
say?
attached to it. Help interface.
When you were talking of such matters, when you were the younger version of you, like a much smaller and younger version of you, when we went to the shops, like, do you remember like at the meat shop?
Shopping with family, butchers and
Yeah,
stuff.
like, and you're looking you're looking in there, and they have the kidneys and the livers and everything presented. Hey.
Oh yeah, like the offer
in
was there as
yeah,
stuff you could have.
yeah, yeah.
Even
And
even
like
the
in
gut,
bananas,
even the gut and the sausage. You wanted
bananas,
decent
for
sausage.
example, are only in
Old.
summer.
Yeah. Sorry, the
Like,
banana.
like in bananas, like there were no bananas on display in winter.
No, not during the seasons that were the fruits weren't normally being gathered.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. The fruit of the season.
That's it. Oh.
So I continues on.
I do. It's still no, it's way better.
Yep. Mucho excelente.
Just swollen, I think now. Just a little bit discomfort. Maybe more.
Gotten over the.
We'll discover.
Gotten over the
Wow. I had a client talk to me about daylight saving, and they were trying to ask me,
how do you feel about
what
it?
was about. Well, no, just what was about to happen. Like it was like the clocks go back, forward. What does it mean? I'm like, I said, like, I know that you want me to. This is a genuine question type thing. I'm like, but I also am just so not the right person to ask. Like, I really know. I've lived in Queensland and then I lived in the Northern Territory.
Yeah.
Like I'm only very
And
recently in New South
didn't.
Wales. I've
Yeah.
never interacted with daylight saving before to know what does happen. My phone just autoed it last
Like
year.
I was saying, yeah. No, and it does. Yeah, phone and your everything else. You go south of the border or come north of the border, and it automatically changes between the two zones. Even the GPS
So I don't really
feedback.
know what it does. I don't know what it means anymore.
Agreeable circumstance. We agree that it's this particular time and this little small portion of land, and then it's this time in the other portion
we'll be able
of
to
land.
synchronize our meeting of realities. We'll be able to synchronize our realities. Synchronizing realities and one,
using
two,
the differential between
0.
two realities.
The differential between two.
I've got the dinosaur helpers at the moment. Background.
Dinosaur helpers.
Dinosaur helpers. Building weapons. Mass destruction.
That's what we need. I want dinosaurs that build weapons. Mammoths by 2027.
Yeah. Back on Earth. Enjoying. Riding to work.
We need
I think it's my ride to ride one to work.
I want mini ones. I want like little crosses, like where, and we should have miniature elephants too. Like I would love like a little elephant that just was sat on
Mini
on my desk.
massage elephants. Ones you can just put on your back and get like a little elephant massage.
And then you just put it in the cupboard afterwards.
Yep. That's it. You just feed him Weet-Bix.
That's it. That's it. Bit of Weet-Bix. Chuck him in the cupboard.
Yep.
He'll be happy.
It's like a straw. That's like a little straw brick for him. The
The
Weet-Bix
straw,
brick. Yeah.
the straw brick.
Happy as.
Little
Just
back.
gotta clean up the elephant droppings every now and again in the cupboard.
But they are much reduced since they are quite small. It's
If you provide a little tray like a dog, he will the droppings in the tray.
yeah,
House
in
trained.
the tray.
Cupboard trained.
House trained.
Cupboard trained.
Cupboard trained elephant. A cupboard trained elephant.
Micro
masseur.
elephants. That's right.
Micro elephant masseur that you feed Weet-Bix to. Yeah. I think that. Yeah, and well, I want to crossbreed one of
Equivalent
them.
of straw. That's it, and other elephanty ingredients that are
straw
required.
equivalent.
Straw equivalent Weet-Bix. It's trained. It's like biogenetically engineered to. Its stomach can handle Weet-Bix like it would normally handle normal elephant food. Yeah.
It's just going to be high concentrate. That allows it because it's so small. What you do is basically get a concentrated hay brick, which is a Weet-Bix.
Hay bricks. Yeah, that's it. The equivalent of.
Because you think about what Weet-Bix is, just hyper concentrated.
If you really want to help it, you just you put your little bit of sugar on top.
Concentrated.
Yeah. As
yep.
It's
a bit of sugar.
Licks up the sugar.
Just fucking
sugar and Weet-Bix. Don't worry about the milk.
Gets his
all good.
He gets going. He gets going. That elephant just imagine like a little micro elephant.
And a little bit of water on the side, a little bowl of water. You got
you don't mush it.
Obviously, come on. Got to have somewhere to wash itself in. Drink and to wash. Common
you wouldn't use like a back scrubbing brush. Like you wouldn't let him in the shower. They can use.
Well, you could take him into the shower if you wanted. You'd have to be there to supervise. You couldn't just leave him by himself. It'd be like taking the elephant in the bath. You'd need someone to supervise.
Would a good elephant? Would an elephant?
You wouldn't leave a little micro elephant in the bathtub by himself.
No, but in the shower, I think that they would be able to put their trunk, like if you grabbed it for them, potentially. Like
shower possibly, but not the bath.
So they could hold the rose in their hand, and they could not in their hand. What do you call that thing? Trunk, right? And then they spray themselves.
Proboscis, proboscis.
And then they, get the old scrubbing brush. I think that they could, and while the water's still falling on them, and they're giving themselves a good scrub, I reckon an elephant could scrub itself in the bath.
Give itself a
in
good
the
brush
shower.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you come over and towel him down. That'd be like your contribution, perhaps, or airing. Oh, comes out sort of high tech air thing, like Dyson air blade goes across the thing. Just
energizing.
Just that little elephant comes out. That's the
comes a flying
in the future as a creature, as other genetics that are not human.
Micro elephants.
You've got to be a micro
Everyone's
elephant.
gonna want one.
Can you imagine how much you'd make?
They're so cute.
What do you think you could sell a micro elephant? Like dogs go for 15 grand. It's a dog.
I reckon 50K.
50K.
You'd be dropping 50K for the micro.
Actually, here's go. Yeah, so a monkey into Australia, but I think a lot of that was actually the import cost, the duties, and quarantine. Yeah, you're maybe 50. Yeah.
Yeah, not unreasonable.
No.
Covering everything, Guaranteed. If you get the express service, they guaranteed to the elephant will be cuddled all the way via VIP business class, cuddled by large-breasted nanny on the way over, fed lots of milk, and then obviously go into the Weet-Bix mode when they're delivered.
Suckle.
Finish
they've
suckling.
got their own suckling.
Straight to Wig-Bix mode.
Munching that wheat bix.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you pay for the flight, don't you? We're not taking.
Of course, delivery, that's extra.
I'm not paying 15 grand. Oh, okay. I was just checking.
So like,
delivery.
You know, it'd be, you know, couple of grand on top with the, you know.
Oh, actually, no, we won't sell it to you unless you provide evidence of a first class ticket with.
You have to purchase it.
One for you. Yeah, and that's part of the
creates
evidence.
the whole illusion that you're, you know, ready to do business. You're not just, you know, playing games.
You're not waffling.
You're not playing games. That's right.
No, just come on.
Putting your money where the mouth is. Yeah.
And
you got money
one
mouth.
for the elephant and one for you to return, or the nurse, as the case may be. You know.
Yeah, true. I hear another cracking in the background.
Yeah, I will not put. I will not mix the.
There it is.
Elderbeer. The elderbeer. The elderbeer is poisonous.
Elderbeer. Yeah, no. Elder cupboard beer.
I tried. I've myself
started to make you feel weird and stuff. So.
I don't know if
I don't even know if
I call it cramping, but something like that. Like my guts were
starting to wobble a bit.
Happy.
Yeah. Gut wobble.
Yeah, not pukey. I mean, like crampy, like pain, like locking up, like colic.
Colicking. Yeah.
Colicking more than a
cutting, curdling.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Curdle cuddling. Bit of card. Card. Burger fights. I don't think the going through security boss mode be appropriate for you.
Going through the security boss mode. Well,
probably not. I'm gonna go teddy bear.
Really?
FBI teddy bear.
What do you think that would be anti the?
Well, it's got drugs in it.
I suppose.
I mean, it's fine to talk about a little bit in adult mode, but I think when you're presenting the whole drugs thing, they get a bit. You know.
Is it drugs though?
Well, it could be washing powder. It could be just smuggling some washing powder into the festival.
Salt.
They don't want to pay for the washing powder inside the festival's laundries.
Could be milk. There's something to slosh around. Bit of a sensation. That's the thing. It could be a sensation thing. You want that sand, one of the sense,
just like a bipper bopper.
Just. It's this little counter feeling, like as you bop back and forth, just inside, there's a little tapping going on. Just like tapping yourself, tappity tap.
Tippity tappers.
They're
the best, man.
Yeah, the little tipping. You just got that little tip going on inside there in the sand, and as you go to the left,
chapow.
Right, that's it. And the sand, the counterpoint's right.
Chapow.
So you get like the sort of you actually see it's self-perpetual stimulation.
You could sit there for hours. Quite literally hours, days, weeks.
Days. Just tapping back
if you wanted to lose weight, ultimate weight loss system.
Oh, totally. You're just focused. You'll have
completely focused on it. Then
it's just
eye of the tiger.
Actually, the music starts playing.
Next thing you know, you got a jogging partner.
Just
you're going upstairs and stuff. punch in the air.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
now that was my question. Is it meant to present? It's all plastic, isn't it?
What?
Is that what it's saying? Or rubberized or silicon or something? What is? It's not glass.
What? That's not glass. Oh, it would. Well, you wouldn't want it to be glass, would you?
I wouldn't have thought. That's what I was thinking. That's probably.
I should have a little way of just doing a blit, Bert, like being able to pop up one of those pictures and then just go, beep, turn it on, turn it off.
Well,
so.
you can.
I guess I could, like have it up as a
They totes can.
special effects picture.
Yeah, you just flick it in and out. Like it's just a thing. But yeah,
Flick it real good.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh,
Don't get
does the
too beanie
visual
and let
help?
out the genie. That's for sure.
Does the picture provide more information?
I mean, if it went all the way in and the cork popped, then maybe you're having the best party of all.
That's oh.
That's it. When you're getting into the back door of the party, I mean, you'd be.
No, okay. So you should, if you're interested. Now, what was it on? Was it on? I can't remember if it was it's a This American Life or if it's a Love and Radio.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one, but maybe it was in ACT, so maybe it was This American Life. Anyway, so the story was like about
Sorry, I'm
people doing
munching on
drug
some more of
things.
those hot Cheetos.
Nice.
Oh,
and so this guy does this. His drug story is he goes to Mexico, loads his body up like with all the things.
Yeah,
comes back. He was going to interact with something went wrong.
One of them
He ends up
or broken
he ends up
inside.
so yeah, he ends up like in this
coma.
Yeah. And when he comes out, but the coma he was under was for quite, like, it was like, I'll just get everything wrong, but like 2 weeks. Like, it was like for a while. It wasn't like a couple of days. Maybe it wasn't hours or days. I think it was like a week or something. It was like a while, just out of it. However, something like in that time though, he lived like an entire other life.
Yeah, dreamt up that a completely different life from his dream state of being high on drugs.
Whole other, he lived this whole other life. It was just
supercharged his brain, pulled in the imaginary friends, and lived an entirely different life.
Yeah, and like in that week, he lived out like 50 years or something like that, and died, and then woke up, whatever, and saw like this whole pathway of his potentiality,
which he already lived, and decided to do this other thing, which was
just to come do this one instead, switch it out.
Already tried it that way. Had a dream for entire lifetime in 4 weeks, 5 weeks of unconsciousness.
Yeah, it was an amazing story. Like this. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was actually. It was a pretty interesting story. Like his whole, and I think that he came in and out. Or he might have even had multiple lives. Maybe he had 2 or 3 lives over the time, and maybe he came in and out of consciousness. I don't know. There's a little bit more to the story because he didn't just like in the actual if you listen to it,
Mm.
he actually goes through his whole life. And like, so basically it's him and he goes into hospital and he gets out of hospital and he continues on and he goes and meets like the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up in hospital and it's been a week or two. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like it's just
Mm.
like, and it's just like, what the fuck? No, I just what? Like,
Major deja vu going on.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
Haven't I already done this?
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But no, different. Because in the dream one, he wasn't out for a week, and then
Yeah.
you know, like yeah, he was high as fuck,
Ooh.
just like completely tripping,
Yeah.
just able to like just synthesize an entire other
Living the
reality.
best life.
So
Ah,
that
yeah.
what that is.
That's a, a hunter kind of,
Yeah.
you know, a hunter kind of, Vegas experience.
If you could offer a service
Mm.
that guaranteed that you would use that, like a subscriber
Mm.
would use, like, let's say, 100th of the natural resources of a non-subscriber
Mm.
throughout like their life. Like, so if you become a subscriber, like at say, whatever age,
Mm.
and so the rest of your life is like 50 years, then you'll with us you'll use only 20 like 50 you only use 5 years worth of resources,
Mm.
versus
In
if
that
you weren't
20
with us.
years, yeah.
Mm. So um
Come up with the vapor
like,
stakes. Yeah.
well, yeah, or virtualizing a person, so so
Mm.
that you're putting them into like an alt reality, and then they just brain in a jar mode effectively, so heaps less resources are
Yeah, yeah.
required.
Drop down to the min, bare min.
Mm, mm. Yeah, well, and well, oh no, but like put you in like VR, like so
Mm.
you're
Mm.
rocking around doing a thing.
They only sort of
Mm.
getting the intravenous nutrients.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
much less
Mm.
resource.
Mm.
Yeah, but there are other costs. So that's
And
why
yeah,
it's
well, you'd
it's one
have
too.
the, the stim pads hitting your muscles to keep the
Mm.
entropy at bay. So there's that.
I would keep the
Mm.
body.
Yeah, keep it sort of going, but yeah,
Uh,
you wouldn't have it like super strong.
no.
But the little zapper pads is giving you enough to keep you in case you needed to get out, emergency or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, up energy, go from one bed to the next. The eternal sleep of the VR mode. Mm.
Crawling out, dragging yourself.
Dragging yourself from
Computer's like,
one facility to the
you,
next to
you,
plug back in again.
you only have 10 more meters to
Mm.
go. M.
Bastards, how dare you make me walk one block to plug back in? Wretched sons of bitches.
Would you get like given like some kind
Mm.
of discount, some kind of like credit from the
You'd have to,
government,
like a
contributing?
translocation, pissed off in between beds discount, in between sleeping arrangements.
Oh, you get it. Oh, I see. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you wanting a discount for when you're inconvenienced.
Yeah, yeah, having to actually come back to IRL. Like when you come back to IRL, they have to pay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's the agreement that you've signed is, anytime you're outside of it and you have to come back to real life, the company has to pay you your
Yeah.
time in real life and then you go back into the game. Mm. Transport annoyance, relocation / transport annoyance payment. Was it translocation annoyance
Gives you
payment?
like,
Yeah.
it gives you like what, like a few little accelerant boosts or something like that for you to like titillate yourself with.
Yeah.
Where you get like a few little
Couple of ultimate ultimate hose experience.
ultimate.
Yeah. 20 hours of coming, coming in the name of the Lord, because that is important. He did say go
But you've
forth
got
and that go forth and multiply kind of stuff. So either take it literally or don't take it literally.
I can see like some kind of future splinter.
Yeah, like the
sect of Christianity.
the
right?
breeders. Yeah.
And like every sperm
It's sacred.
is
Totally.
isolated.
Yeah.
And just given turned into a
Rape
like
cult.
cloned.
Like they just anytime the females in their cult are not pregnant, then it's just fair game to knock them up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The breeding and the expansion is the most important thing. Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
who cares about the bloodlines as long as we've got the numbers?
But at that point, it's not it's not really it's not a rape cult anymore because
no. Well, it's survival of the fittest. You got to get the numbers better than they have.
They've chosen to have like live in the cult, and then they know they're in heat.
Yeah, automatic.
That just implies
female liberation, man, at its peak.
Like just being pure
Ultimate.
female.
Yeah, pure female.
Pure, like liberated and allowed to be like totally. And the cult fully supports them in this, of course. It's not like they do that. And
it's important. It's important that they are fully liberated because then allows for the sharing and caring going on. Priestesses of the
basically
of the religion
offering up to breed. For each singular sperm. That's it. To like produce thousands.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands. Yeah, hundreds of thousands, and in each delivery, he drops it in, and then it's separated into the hundreds of thousands, put through a duplication process, so it's like super just that one. Like when you dump that load of that seed in there, it's guaranteed it's only going to be that one because it's just like this whole stack of duplicates of that one. Guaranteed that one is going to be the winner. You know what I mean? Like there is no gamble of the 100,000 anymore. Like where strongest of the 100,000 of the swimmers ends up being the winner. It's just pure, 100,000 of the same is
micro babies.
So that's always going to be the winner, the one
zygotes,
because
and the zygotes fight and just
10,000 of the same
zygotes. Each other.
There's no differentiating.
Or do they tear each other, or do they like?
Well, no one cares. Like they're all going to be at the end. Like
if there's
they could go as slow as they wanted to, because it's always going to be the winning. They're always going to be the winning. They sort of like become super lazy. Like the girl's got to leave it in there for like 48 hours before there's any guarantee of the ruggedness. Has to be 48 hour
like so the dog mounting.
Yeah,
but for 48 hours.
that's it.
You got to
Just
stay locked.
locked in. Lock it in.
With the little T handle, the
Mm.
sort of the 3-prong penis,
And
and
it's just
the
like
3 prongs split out. They just
this
attach
24-hour gush is
out
coming out.
past the edge of the vagina before the cervix and the cervix.
Just flowing through, but all the same one. All the same zygote. Always guarantee that particular zygote, which has been separated from the one of the 10,000, always going to guarantee to be that.
Chosen as the elite.
Chosen.
Chosen one.
The chosen DNA strand. Yeah. Continued perpetuation of the chosen one. Billions and billions of the duplicates existing across the world in many hues. All slightly different, but
yeah,
exactly
that's what
the
it is.
same. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Most necessary.
That's good. A little burp or something, was it?
You've disappeared. I've got the wang up on the screen.
What have I disappeared?
The old wangings. There you are. Hello.
I thought I was on screen. I didn't realize.
It's cheaper.
It is cheaper.
It's feeling cheaper. Yeah.
The wang is the wang
was
computer.
The wang was the way.
Wang OS.
At one stage. They really knew how to make a logo in ASCII.
They did.
Hmm?
Oh, well, I thought Broadband had a great logo.
Impressive.
ASCII. Well, in ASCII it worked.
Yeah. It was.
Now, when you saw character art like that, like when I saw that on the Commodore 64 and things for the first time, in the sort of the what would they call the type of like the game not the trailers, but they were the demo crews, and they just put these whole demos together at the front. They got incredible. They had full like parallax scrolling, and they were whole games in their own right.
Oh, in the Amiga days.
Well, in the Commodore 64 days.
Yeah, even back then.
You're loading from cassette. And so you could be waiting 20 minutes while it loaded from cassette.
It loaded the little interim little this is going to take a while, so here's
the whole
music.
demo crew. Yeah, the whole demo crew scene, like doing the hacks, like it was decompressing the game and
playing the tune at the same time.
Like the art back then, like there would be ASCII art. That was incredible because people literally had to make that. Like if you saw things then, there was like a lot more
to get it right. Yeah.
That one was actually like
especially the really big ones. Like they had some really amazing art with it. Yeah.
And that's like the BBS, and it would like come down. Yeah.
Have
you see some of that still
scroll
like
through it. Yeah.
Comment threads. People will post like the modern versions.
Repost the modern versions of it. Yeah. It is cool.
Oh dear.
2 hours and 18 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Plowing through it.
Brick Lane. I'm on my second beer. Oh, it's cracking.
I just hit my third one. So
Yeah. Oh.
I was like that. I picked up go out for drink. I picked up my mate to go out for drinks the other night, and it was a bit of a delay getting to his place. And by the time I got there, he'd had 6 drinks.
Okay, yeah.
I
Wow,
mean, not
okay.
that I'm judging, but yeah,
No, he was just like he was
keen to
wet.
get on it. Yeah,
6, yeah, okay. How was
6
he
beers.
holding them?
No, he was doing all right.
Yeah.
Didn't go to the toilet when we went out. Like I went to the toilet.
Wow. Has he got like
Held it at
a
home.
phobia, or has he got maybe like a something
No, just
about
held
like
it at home.
toilets when he's at home? Like he doesn't
Yeah.
like outdoor toilets. They're unclean.
He certainly had a laugh listening to the locals. That's for sure.
Like the
Had
locals.
the normal couples and the friends, and then this joker turned up who was like the center of attention. Yeah, he was very fun to listen to. Oh,
What's it like to go to a pub, like a local pub like that, say? With a friend.
yeah.
But you're not a regular there, and
Oh,
others
they do
are.
make you feel awkward.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I've got this way of just, inviting myself into the conversation.
you do.
Yeah. Even Ed's the same. He's
And do you go into the actual like what do you call it? The like actually the sports bar areas, like so that it is like the public bar and
in and out.
and there's got and the
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
the yeah and there's like the yeah, right. So there is actually even some people there
Interaction, yeah.
going on. And on a Friday night or whatever, those places can be quite lively.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I mean, it wasn't, and most times, I
yeah.
mean, I think at the moment it's like Friday night's the city and Saturday night's the suburbs. So
Oh,
yeah,
Brisbane.
that sort of
Oh,
tedium.
Brisbane.
The old Brisbane's,
Oh, still such a town.
non 24-hour
Still such
nightlife, and
a town. That's
yeah.
cute.
Oh well.
I kind of know. It's
Not
funny.
bad for a little country town.
Well, in Alice Springs, it would
Mm,
be like what you'd have is like half the people, whatever that means,
mm.
would be like the Friday, Sunday crew. And
For
then
the
it's like
weekend. Yeah.
well, yeah, people would have a rest. Some people would go out the Friday, Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and some people wouldn't. Some people would sort of like, you know, people that did the whole weekend or the Friday, Sunday, and had a rest in the middle. Most people did chose two, like they would do like the Friday, Saturday, and rest the Sunday, or Friday the rest. But yeah, it'd be the people who would oh yeah, I just thought I'd chill out yesterday. Get back on it. I think Monday, no, not even Monday, because Monday would be a drinking day. Because if you're a Saturday drinker, you're probably really hungover on Sunday, or just a bit greasy, and so then you drink again on Monday. I think in Alice Springs, that really Tuesday was the day that sort of was maybe the day off from drinking. And otherwise, yeah, Monday was definitely like a drink and like, oh, that weekend, that was pretty wild, But then Tuesday I'd be like, bit of a break, hey,
For sure.
And then occasionally you'd break on Wednesday as well,
Yeah.
But sometimes, there'd been a little sort of like an event, things that couldn't happen on a Thursday because if everything else like would bigger on a Thursday, and then you'd sort of like maybe go out somewhere or catch up for something on a Thursday, having a thing, and then Friday you'd be like maybe like whatever, music and a doofing, or
Yep.
Saturday
Yep. Down the beach or
having a rest again, recovering,
microdosing. Yeah.
catching up back on
Mm.
Monday. It's the whole week of just
Mm,
drinking
mm.
and not like
Smashing it
drinking
down.
one beer, you're smashing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
not like a beer
No.
or two. Like you're like, oh, you're really lashing out. You've had three tonight. Like in the pring, man, we'd have like it you'd do six. You'd finish clean up a six pack, and then you'd like start getting into some whiskeys. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And
mm.
each
Yeah,
a
yeah.
six pack,
6 pack each.
like easy.
What are we talking about?
Like
Yeah.
carton.
Don't
Like
waffle out. Don't waffle out on us.
yeah, someone's brought like the bottle of whiskey. Someone's brought a carton of beer. Carton
Mm.
of beer gets drunk. Bottle of whiskey gets seriously nudged.
Yeah.
You know, and then you drive home.
Back to your place. Yeah.
Just drive home. You know. Or you might just go, oh yeah, I just had a little bit of a lie down, and you just like wake up at like 2 in the morning and drive home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Catch you later. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Touch driving all the way home. One side
Touch.
of the street to the other. Just every time he runs into a car, he then swerves and runs into the car on the other side of the street.
Oh man, like
Yeah. I've seen that happen though. Someone leaving a party and then hitting a car and then hitting another car because they sort of freaked out when they hit the first car, so
I'm
they
so glad I haven't
pull
done
the
that.
steering wheel hard the other way and then ran into a car on the other side of the road and then pulled the steering wheel hard again and missed a car on the other side a bit further down, but then went off the road. Like, oh yeah, that's going to end well.
Oh my god. Um, it's been interesting watching people like trip on um the Devon, and in particular, oh, it was so good. The other night, I was talking about Devon. This person was like really excited because I'd introduced him to Gemini 1.5, and it's just totally changed everything for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh yeah, we were talking about that, and then I said, oh, I told him about the AI virus.
The first of them, yeah.
Yeah, and then I explained how it worked, and then one of the guys was just started laughing. Like he's just like how obvious it was.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like there's massive security holes, but I mean there'll be new ones and new ones and new ones as we.
And it'll be like 0-day exploits that
Oh yeah, totally.
That's what it's going to end up being. Something similar to that.
Really, but yeah, it's quite a week of developments. Like
learning not to go directly online, but to use your Ghost to go online with.
Yes.
Having that little, the barrier.
Well,
your IOB
this
barrier.
It's one of the options. It's an available thing now for like a dating app concept. As what as you do is you program like a little AI avatar version of yourself, basically. That you just put all of your, so it sort of is sort of like a
Interesting. It does a
simulation
small
of
talk. Small
yeah,
talk simulation.
And it goes out into the environment that's provided by the company. Virtual environment.
Sniffing
and then
around,
other people put
sniffing around Poontang. Yeah.
Yeah. And the others put theirs up as well. And then what they do is they just play like a game of life, I guess, or some kind of thing. And eventually they
interact
run
with
into
each other until they sort of get a connection.
Who gets a connection, and then they'll, sort of talk amongst each other, and then which one that they sort of define like they'll let you know.
AI matchmaking.
So the AIs go and matchmake
Mm,
amongst themselves, and then like let you know that maybe you guys will
doing all
get
the
on.
hard work of the social interactions. Converting it down to just the numbers in the AI's side.
Yeah, so that you can just like worry about the
Mm.
the business end, business time.
Getting down to the meat delivery.
That's
Mm.
yeah, you don't have to worry about any other kind of like
Mm.
getting to know you and
No,
musical
you
interests
know
and
you'd
like
be
that.
compatible because the AIs are already
It's
compatible on your
it
personality.
arouses you,
Mm.
pre-arouses you that
Mm.
you already know
AI
that you're about
fluffer.
to meet something. Yeah, that
Mm.
has fluffed you by letting
Mm.
you know
Mm.
that you've now got a hookup
Mm-hmm.
with somebody who it
Good as
knows you're
gold.
gonna like.
Mm.
Because it
Yeah, it's
knows.
going to be guaranteed. You'll be
Guaranteed.
hiding the sausage in no time because you'll be
Yeah.
so perfect and get get along with each other based on your AI personality matching
Yeah.
system. So long as you are provided the correct results. Mm.
Yeah, if you give it
Otherwise,
stupid.
expectations will not be met.
Mm.
Mm. Honesty becomes the best policy
Ah.
because then the AI can make the right decision, right choices. Everyone becomes like super honest. Mm. It becomes like a major offense if you don't keep your promise or your word. Like you be stoned or hung. Don't keep your word promise.
Whoa.
Mm.
That would that would be good.
That'd sort them out, wouldn't it?
That would sort them out.
Mm. The human beings from the human doings. Mm.
Oh, I want to do a shout out.
Yeah.
On that front to Sennheiser.
Mm. Oh, for the special.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, customer service. Like,
Mm.
so, yeah, I have sent back. So, yeah, they sent me out. I had a pair of Momentum True Wireless 3s,
Yep.
and then the right
Bombed
one
out.
failed.
Yep. Bombed out.
And I rang them, and they spoke to me and said, "Oh, yeah, you give us your details. Oh, yeah, look, you're under warranty still.
Yep.
You bought it from us. Good times. Just like we'll just send it back and um, go through the RA process."
Sort it.
Did that. They got back to me and said, "Oh, yep, faulty. We'll
Mm.
sort that out." And then I said that something's being sent to you.
Mm.
So the thing arrives. So it seems like it's a brand new box
Yep.
taped up.
Yep.
I
Easy
opened
enough to
that.
forge. Yeah.
It's
Put
right.
it through the fucking plastic
It's right easy
shrink
enough to
wrap
forward.
machine and
Yeah.
yeah.
And then so we yeah, I opened that and plug it in and charge away. Next day, it's still trying to charge.
Mm.
And I test it, and it looks like the right earbud's still faulty. I go through that; it is, and so I sent them an email.
Max
And
unhappiness achieved.
well, actually, max irony.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually was. I was more unhappy before. I thought this time, like the fact that I was the replacement I was given had also a faulty right
Mm.
ear
Mm.
was kind of comical.
Yeah. Gave you a laugh.
Oh yeah, it was the irony was not
Mm.
lost on me in the slightest.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Worth the value of being handed a secondary faulty with the same
Yeah,
channel. Yeah.
yeah.
Hearing
And
you.
so they said, "Oh yeah, that seems a bit unreasonable."
Mm.
And then they decided to, yeah, which I
The gift.
yeah, they will send me out the Momentum Wireless 4s.
Mm. Gift.
I get the yeah. So
Mutual
I haven't seen,
happiness. Mm.
yeah, I haven't received yet. So I guess that's Monday or something.
Mm.
I'll ship.
waiting for arrival.
Well, waiting for shipping, I suppose. I haven't shipped it yet. We shall see. I don't know. Strange world. Faulty things, but good service. And that's all you can ask for. You can't ask for things to be perfect and
No, but at least you can ask for, if you're gonna pay X amount of dollars for a pair of headphones, you don't want it to die until the warranty's up. Like that is the expectation. Like if it's a 3 months warranty, then yeah, it should work for 3 months. 6-month warranty, it should work for 6. If it's 12 months warranty, work for 12.
Well, I thought this was good. It was for 2-year warranty and it worked for nearly 2 years. And then it failed. Wap, wap, wap. Wap, wap, wap. Wap, 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 wap. Oh, chitty scratchity. Oh, man.
Doing your trick. It's all snooze mode. It's headphones,
really?
bud. Yeah, no, it's his headphones. I'm blaming the headphones.
You're going to blame the headphones?
Super comfortable and just give me sleepy damn things.
I know, you can feel it. No, I'm only using...
It's like
I've
this
got
just
one
continuous cuddle during the stream going on.
I've got one, completely uncovered. And the other,
Trying to
only sort of... Not
keep at bay the symptoms of the warm ear syndrome.
Yeah, I don't need it. It's just I don't need the warm ear syndrome. I am going to just go and take my beer cans.
I'm doing
I'll take my beer.
Yeah. Doing some recycling.
I'm going to do some recycling. And put the kettle on.
Yeah. It's getting to that point where it needs a kettlage.
I think so. Get a bit civilized. I think the my 2 little beers, that was enough. And,
get the party going. Get it on. Get a move on. Oh, your Fenty mode. It's cool. I put you in same mode. Fenty out. I've got the picture of that streamer's desk. With all the rubbish around it. Quite impressive. Disappear myself for see the full extent of the rubbish pile of impressiveness. Pizza Hut. It's just spaghetti. Plates of food. McDonald's cups. Chips, Coke. Bags of lollies. Got everything. Beard. Do anything. Dropping cycling back. So much happening. Enjoy. Oh, Jexy's X. Not my actual X, but X the platform. Checking. Oh, sometimes that gas is a. Oh, there's some funny stuff out there. Just gotta look. I had to keep rolling through the memes though. Necessity. Didn't see the completely rude. Kept your kept your eyes for seeing for another day. Losses. Happy to have Shark Tank. Looking forward to having my own Shark. 20 Tory chocolate. Mmm. Special song. Golden.
That's it. No, I'm back.
Mmm.
My headphones powered off. I didn't think I was away that long.
Yeah.
They powered down. Myself a coconut, hot coconut chocolate.
Tasty treat. Special necessities.
Oh, that's yummy. Oh, the oily denseness. Something to behold.
Tastiness.
So what's up to now? Let's see, we're in March.
Yeah.
Proceeding through March. Started using a new piece of software today, looking at something called Notion. Notion is like a workflow tool, like you make like documents in it. You can make wikis. Just work whatever you want, really. It's interesting because I've been using this software called ClickUp, and I really like ClickUp.
Yeah. Doing it for you.
Well, but it's very hard for other people and even for myself. Like, you just end up building these empty tables, for data to fill. So ClickUp's a really great environment and can do lots of things.
Yeah.
Super cool. The
And
the
do
base
them pretty
unit.
quickly and
Oh yeah.
efficiently. Yeah.
And the base unit in ClickUp is uh, uh, I guess the table. I mean, I would kind of call it the field, because the field can, you can, it's really the field. But anyway, it's a table effectively, and which is kind of cool, because then you can just build any kind of tables and data and relationships and things that you want, and so it's like a sort of make your own database, um, and it integrates like all sorts of media and pictures and dashboards and all the other cool shit. So it's super cool. But I sort of I didn't really use it, and trying to convince others to use it proved a little, I don't know, not just difficult, but you try and show people like the app and that, and they would be like a little confused. And so Notion is interesting because it's basically it and ClickUp are the same. They offer all the same features, sort of,
But yeah, they have their own unique way of dealing with the data.
Well, where ClickUp's base unit is a field or a table, the base unit in Notion is a document.
Right.
And so you start with a document, and it could be called sales, and then you like put underneath, you put like Queensland, and then you draw out a little table.
Yeah.
And then the table like links to like wherever your sales data is or whatever, or whatever. Like you could have it link to. You could say, "I'll just make a new table, make a new data source." And so as you're sort of building the document, like the instructions of what you need to do, you're kind of building you start building the tables in the database and everything. And so where in ClickUp you start with the table and end up with documents, in Notion you start with documents and end up with tables. And therefore, if you don't know what you need in a table, you can still write the document. Like the table might need a little bit of thinking before you can get the structure for it.
Yeah. Hearing you.
And you might have no data to put in it anyway. It's not like, So then you just end up with this thing which is all empty shit, going, oh, well, what does that do? I mean, I'm not sure. So, yeah, being able to build from the document up. So anyway, I started playing with that today, and and how I could use it as a centralized sort of management platform for helping me like manage, create like creatives, creative professionals, and providing that as a service. Because whatever that thing is, it's got to be pretty simple and quick to use, and like it's got to make sure that the other person can use
all,
it. Like, someone who doesn't understand technical. And all of that. Oh, that feels good. Mic mode standard. That's nice. What else? Yeah, I only just started playing with that. I'm going to focus. I've like, it's been interesting. the whole sort of video situation, it kind of actually sort of plagued me a bit. I haven't, in the game realm, I haven't done much in the game. I haven't done much in Unity.
Yeah.
I've probably spent my game time at playing Death Stranding.
Yeah.
But also just like
But hey, look,
realizing
you haven't had much opportunity to play games anyway, so
no.
this is your little break from
Oh,
doing everything else you've been doing.
but also there's just the boggle of not having the video editor's been on my mind. So it's kind of unlocked a little bit of like a blockage there, and I'm glad like I'm learning once I've learnt to do this and I've got that back functioning again. I can then start thinking, because it was sort of like a broken wheel.
Yeah. Now you're remembering the procedural method for it. Made it you could make it efficient with.
Oh, well, just switching to VINCI's made like I just removed a bunch of blockages, and so yeah, once I finish learning DaVinci, I can get back on the program, because I'll have, I'll learn it in layers. Once I've pumped out this first video, I'll read the editing section of the manual and then watch their videos and do the training course.
Become proficient.
The little certificates. Just be a weird junkie on the net, just cruising around. Just getting every certificate you can, like for all sorts of stuff.
Or weird, eclectic type certificate.
Control interfaces. Recruiters have no idea what you did. They just couldn't work it out.
Completely confused. Easterage coming up. Eggage. Return of the egg. Return of the egg.
Well, the egg returned on December 26th. I would say.
Egginess.
Maybe December 27th.
The egginess returned.
Oh, immediately. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to buy. What about buying hot cross buns?
Loving it. Been loving it lately.
No,
I saw that there was like a like they did hot cross bun limited edition like pizza shapes.
I know, right? Wait, did you buy some?
I know, I didn't get the opportunity to. Darren did. Darren got some.
What do you think?
Yeah. He tries all that new stuff.
Oh.
They
He thought it was good, did he?
Well, he's always been a what do they call it? A mover and a shaker.
Yeah, I like a pizza shape.
Oh, good.
I like a chicken crimpy myself. I try to forget that, so that it doesn't come up in my life.
I'd go a chicken and a biscuit.
Oh yeah, chicken and a biscuit.
Don't mind chicken and a biscuit.
I haven't thought about chicken and a biscuit for a long time. Let me just chicken.
And the chicken drumsticks. You can't deny chicken drumsticks.
Chicken. Well, isn't chicken and a biscuit? In a biscuit.
Well, the drumsticks has got the like the breadcrumbs on them. Chicken and a biscuit's got.
Oh, the chicken and the biscuit, chicken drums in a biscuit, chicken drumsticks. That's the ones I thought you. Oh,
They look like
oh,
little chicken drumsticks.
oven baked in
Mm.
Oz.
Get them in.
Dang, it does have milk in it. That was one
I know. The bummer.
sad face. Denied. Oh, I love the picture on the front,
Happiness
and
is
it's this
ruined.
the picture on the front of the
Mm.
box.
Mm.
It's got this like chicken playing floating drums
Mm-hmm.
with like lights and stuff. New allergen. Seaside of pack. Wow, what a thing to advertise. New allergen. What is the new allergen? I wonder what the new one
Comes
was.
with extra radiation. Special harvested from the transatlantic tuna. They've got these radiation harvesting systems now.
They need tuna to make chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah. It's one of the new
Yeah.
flavor enhancers.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah. So it's radioactive deep sea
Radioactive
tuna.
deep sea tuna. Dried powders. Still highly radioactive.
And do they just dry them in the sun,
And
natural
it's
way,
like
or is it more factories that like sort of really?
well, it really adds that, that fake flavor. It tastes so fake that it has to be real. That's how fake it is. It is so fake that it actually tastes that real. And they can duplicate any flavor.
With the deep sea radioactive tuna.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a matter of tweaking it. Like adding a certain other ingredient will
Bit of MSG or something like that. Just alter the flavor
instantly
profile.
changes it from the
To like chow mein chicken.
to beef stir fry.
Beef
Yeah.
stir fry.
Instant.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
No, to like Vegemite
Mm.
and cheese rolls.
Vegemite and cheese rolls with oysters.
Right.
Mm.
From chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah. Just small flavor enhancings.
Yeah, just a nudge in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know.
Got it.
It was interesting. We did a cleaning of the kitchen today.
Mm.
And
How did that eventuate?
oh, good, yeah. And then I just got into it, and Andrew got into it. It was all good. And then we did one of the cupboards, and then the cupboard there was this stuff, and it was called salad cream.
Mm. Mm. Was it partially used? Like,
No,
or was it unopened?
unopened.
Unopened.
Salad.
Perfect. Yeah. Sit in the cart. Sit in the cupboard for a million years, as long as you don't open it.
Salad cream.
Mm.
And we're like, well, we do use salad dressing. We do use mayonnaise. What's this salad? And we're just, no one uses salad cream. That we asked in the house. Everyone was like, I would never use salad cream. We have no idea where salad cream came from. I'm looking at it now. A great dip for vegetables. You dip vegetables in this in the cream. It's a tasty dip or spread. Why is it a salad? Does it taste like salads?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite sauce dressing at barbecues. You put that on your burger.
Yep.
What the fuck? Right,
Smells like fish, tastes like chicken.
Well, Heinz salad cream is sure to
Mm.
bring the flavor to your barbecue or family dinners.
Made with anchovies.
It's a great alternative to mayo. With a tangy flavor that made with no preservatives. Try it drizzle it over a green salad, baked potatoes, or in a tuna and lettuce sandwich. Salad cream contains no preservatives, natural flavors. Contains no preservatives, natural flavors. Great alternative to mayo. Tasty dip. Made in New Zealand. Sugar. Sugar. Honey, honey. Sugar, sugar. 15% sugar. Not bad for a sauce. Many sauces are like way over it. Like you can get sauces that are 45, 50% like sugar. Like no trouble at all. Like some of those tomato sauces and barbecue sauces, or yeah, well, geez, 50. Fuck, there's salt in some of those too. Like you're looking at 50% sugar, and then just like the salt level will be
Killer salt level.
yeah,
Yeah.
14,000 or something like that. You know, like enough for like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days worth coffee sustenance.
Wow. Wow.
I think we've hit our
Yeah.
the 3-hour limit. We're doing
Okay.
we're doing blither talk now, and I'm practicing
You're practicing nodding off.
Yeah, I'm
It's so
practicing
funny.
my
I've
nodding
been
off.
talking.
It's good.
Yeah, it's usually that's me.
Completely losing topic and stuff. Yeah, coming back with
Welcome to
non-topical items.
to my world.
Welcome to Sleepy World. Cheapenings. Gets them every time.
That's it, the little ones in the nest.
Yeah.
Just
giving them all nice and cozy with their little headphones on.
That's it. The little headphones. I
Just
look forward
falling
to
asleep.
spatializing you all.
You're falling asleep with your little headphones on. Ah. Great.
Good night, Em.
Good night, brother. I think I'm gonna pull the stream. Good night, and set up the SleepX on the do the no. Every time. Why intro that? No way out. Thanks for stopping by Sodor Fallout. Said hi at the beginning of the stream. So
Labrador Fallout.
Sleepy time.
Sleep.
Seconds are counting. Extra Cheep's modes. So cheapy. It's burping and sleepiness tonight. Good. Sleepiness.
It is.
Weird. You get the weird weird conversations. Crazy space conversation.
Orbital structures.
Mm.
Dear, dear.
Dismiss.
Nice.
Dunk. Dunk. Awesome.